Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? The Council is back with another podcast, episode 104. The title of this podcast is The Importance of Single-Player Games. Man, oh man, it's going to be a movie tonight. Trust me. Trust me. But yo, for those first-time listeners, we are a conversational podcast where we talk about the games that we are playing throughout the week. Because at the end of the day, we are gamers that play games. Also, we talk about the PlayStation news that happened throughout the week and have a set topic, which you guys can always participate in later on the show. And let's participate in the live chat as well. Also, if you didn't know, now you know. Now you're going to know. We also have an email, TheCouncilPodcastYT@gmail.com. Once again, that's TheCouncilPodcastYT@gmail.com. You can also check that out and, write any feedback or write any questions. So we can probably address those questions during the show of the Council Podcast. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my man Persona. Persona has a podcast as well called Mind of a Gamer. Him and Kev, MistaOfficialVG, host that show on Saturdays. They moved the time over to Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Kev moves all the way to Cali and all that stuff. So to accommodate for that, they switched the time to now Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So if you do check out the Council Podcast, make sure you go check out Mind of a Gamer podcast. Show some love over there because that's a Council Podcast, and we support the Council members over here in these gaming streets. But let's introduce our guest today because we have a rookie to the Council Podcast. But he is no stranger to the Council, or to any of the podcasts, or to anybody here, in YouTube. We got the famous, Mr. Fame. How should I say it? You know what? I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna be calm because normally I'll go hype and go crazy, but I'm gonna calm down. But we got my man Fame ENT 2K in the building. So what's good, Fame, man?
Barry, what's going on, my brother? I appreciate you having me on a podcast. It only took us 104 episodes to get a brother in here, but it's all good. If you guys don't know me, I am from the Inner Circle, THECOUNCILPODCASTYT.com. Some of you guys just may know the Inner Circle as TIC Podcast, which is our premier podcast for Xbox. But we're not just about Xbox. We have the Trophy Light Podcast, which is our premier podcast for PlayStation. We have the Multiverse Podcast. We also have the podcast I host, the WXP Podcast, along with Crunk Girl here. We do that every Wednesday, and we rock out and have fun, man. I'm just excited to be here, man. I've been trying to get on for a while, but scheduling things happen here and there. And for those of you who came through and hit the dislike button, you can blame Barry because a little known secret, I don't think Barry knows, that my channel only exists because of him. He the one got me back on YouTube. He might not know the story behind it, but Barry got me back on YouTube. So you guys can thank him for disliking his video today. Let's go. Yeah, buddy.
I remember back in the day, as I said, Fame always been a cool dude. Fame is a dude that understands the flow of J Bar because I am known to rustle a little feathers,
yes,
shake a little cages. But we always go back and forth, even if we disagree or not, but we it's always been like a understanding or a very cool,
it's always been respect there. We can disagree to the upteenth matter, but it's always been respect between me and you, always.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I remember one of my first videos I did here was tips on the console war because I always looked at the console war as something fun where you can learn from. So there's a lot of people going into debates and they was the same nonsense like you didn't do no research. You know what I mean? You can't go into debate and not know the other side to counter. You know what I mean? So I was just giving out little tips. And I remember you made like a response video to that. I was like, that was like my first response video. I was like, oh shit, I made it, son.
And that was because when I originally started YouTube, Fame Entertainment was actually a COD community. And everybody started beefing. So I had the channel sitting there. So I left YouTube. And that's when I saw your joint I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take over the persona and take over the channel. So if it wasn't for that video you did, I would have never been on YouTube. So I got, you know, I'm always had love for you because your channel is really pretty much, you know, got me back and going into YouTube.
That's what's up, man. You know what I mean? That brings tears to my eyes right now. But yo, Fame, man, it is a tradition on the Council Podcast to talk about the games that you are playing throughout the week, man.
Really, the last thing I actually, I guess you could say beat, was not really beat, was the 4th episode for the Walking Dead New Frontier. I actually love Telltale games. I can't get enough. I'm really waiting for episode 5. I will be starting another playthrough for Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel. I never played the pre-sequel, but I put countless amount of hours in Borderlands 2, and unfortunately, I didn't cloud save my 360 like I thought I did, so I got to start from the beginning, which I'm not tripping on that. And then I'm playing a little indie game. It's not new, but it kind of got re-released. It's called Typo Man. If you guys haven't played that, check it out. It's a puzzler game. And also another indie game I'm currently playing is called Skykeepers. That's another little indie title that it's starting to piss me off a little bit, but I'm definitely having fun with it. If you guys got $15 to spend, definitely go check out Skykeeper because it's not as bad as the reviews say. You know, like most people, I think real gamers will say, don't go off the reviews, go off for, you know, how you feel about the game. Classic. Definitely go check out Skykeepers if you guys want like $15, and you know it's definitely worth the time.
That's facts, man. Like if Nicodemus, he got some influence on you. Like
Nick, my boy, and people don't know Nick he lived like 10 minutes away from me. Like we actually conversate in real life, man. We hang out in real life, man. That dude be constantly handling about them indies. And he opened my eyes to a lot of indie titles. So I've been playing a lot of indie titles ever since I met this dude, because I mean he opened my eyes to a lot. And
there's a lot of good ones out there, man. A lot of good ones.
Definitely.
Yeah, Nicodemus, he be on it, man. He be on them indies hard. You know what I mean? I'm very tempted to play that. What's that one he's playing right now? The Dragon Boy.
Oh yeah.
that seemed like a game that, you know, I like those platforming like hack and slash type joints, but there's just too much right now.
Like that type of game that I would like to play on my Switch, but I'm like, man, I want to play it, but I kind of want the achievements or trophies to come with it. That's why I need Nintendo to come with an achievement system, man. Here we go. I need them to give me something, man. You know, when I do something in the game, B.
That'd be dope, man. That'd be dope. I mean, the Switch. Calm down, Bar. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. If anybody adds me on the Switch, you probably see like, yo, it's been like 2 weeks since Bar been on that joint.
Well, you been on Mario Kart 8?
Nah, I don't have Mario Kart 8 yet. It's not that I don't be on it. It's like I have multiple accounts in it, and sometimes I forget to switch over. And I was like, oh shit, I'm on my niece's account that I set up. I'm like, I didn't even know. I'm playing I Am Setsuna, and I'm on my niece's joint. I got to switch over to my Zelda picture, you know what I mean? So I'd be forgetting sometimes, but the Switch it's cool. It's a cool console, but
it's undercooked, no doubt.
It's undercooked, man. That joint is straight rare. If you like it, think that way. Hey, but
it's kind of sad because I be in the parties with Kofi and Eric and all them, man. We be in these we were playing Mario Kart 8, and we got like go on Discord just to talk and all that stuff, man. I'm like, it's definitely undercooked, man. And hoping the updates come soon, man. Where we get a party chat and achievement system. Here we go. You know, we get something going, man, because we need it.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, yo, people is doing that right now, but instead of you know complaining about that stuff, it's like, hey, I'm enjoying Mario Kart. We've been having that issue in Mario Kart since freaking the Wii U with the console.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we was in the PS4 in the party chat playing in Mario Kart on the Wii U. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But Nintendo guys, they just care about the game, man, which is cool. But you know, things like that you gotta voice your opinion on. But yo, let's introduce the council members in here. We got my home girl, Crunk Girl 711, and I'm not talking about the convenience store.
What's going on, everybody? What's happening? And for people who don't know, 711 was my house number at one time, so it just kind of stuck with me. If anybody wanted to know, but what's happening, though? What's happening? Shouts out to Fame, my boy. What's happening?
Yeah, buddy.
Coming through. I really appreciate you coming through. Shouts out to the people that are in the chat right now and who support. What have I been playing? Actually, it's not just Persona, y'all. But I have been playing Persona. Been playing Persona 5. I'm on like the 6th palace, I believe. Yeah, I'm making my way towards the 6th palace. I have been I finally cracked open For Honor this week. Enjoying that. I played maybe about 30-45 minutes of For Honor just to get a hindsight of what they changed and all that stuff. Like they had a lot of updates. And the gameplay is a lot different from the beta, which is good. So
the community is so strong in that game.
I haven't went online yet. The only thing I did was the story.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I just went and played the story for a little bit because it's like you level your character up in the story as well, and you can gain stuff in the story through like for your character. So that's why I did the story first, because you can gain stuff for your character before you even go to multiplayer. So I did a little bit of that. I'll probably check out the online maybe tomorrow or weekend. I'm gonna try to see how the online is because they have been doing a lot of updates, and you can go on their website. Like when you go to the game, you can actually go to their updates on the PS4, and they'll pop up on the web browser, and they'll tell you what they changed and all that stuff. And I bought the Destiny collection as well. It was on sale for like $34.
Yo, you got Persona cheesing right now. What's going on, Crump?
I told Persona that once it downloads and I get my shit together, that he can help me out. I put the video in the chat. I'm level 24. I'm rare out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So I seen that big ass map and I'm like, yo, I don't even know where to start. I don't know.
You level 24 already?
No, that's where I left off at. Remember, I had Destiny at the beginning.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I just didn't buy the Taken King and all that other extra stuff because I felt like I didn't want to buy the game over. So you know what I did? I waited until all of the DLC came in one pack and it was half the price. Because if you go on a GameStop or Walmart, that Destiny collection, that joint like $60. So I caught a pretty good digital price. Because y'all know I don't like digital. But that $34, I couldn't look by that because it comes with everything. And when I say everything, the Taken King, both of the 2 expansions for the Dark Below, and
the Iron
Iron. It comes with all that. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to bite that bullet because I don't know if I'm gonna get a smaller price. Probably the only time I might get a smaller price is probably before E3. And I wanted to get started on it because I know Destiny 2 is coming, so I needed to, you know what I'm saying, get back right on that because I think I'm going to try Destiny 2 out as well. So, cop that and played maybe. I didn't even play it. All I did was go to the tower and go and cop all the stuff that they told me to go do, and then I turned it off. Because I'm like, I'm just saying because I'm lost. I looked at that map, and I was like, yo, it's so much they've added to the game. I didn't even know where to go.
Yeah.
So I was going to wait. And
Let's go to the Crucible. Let's go to the Crucible.
Yeah, I was gonna wait for Adrian and wait for Persona and everybody to hop on the train with me and help me out. And shoot, I may ask Kev's daughter to help me out. Since she's further along in the game, she can help me out too. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Nothing too major.
Oh, all right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You know what I mean? We out here gaming in these gaming streets. But yo, me.
And also, before you get to Michy, like I told you before, I caught Watch Dogs 2, but I haven't played it yet. So I'm gonna get back to you, Bari, on Watch Dogs 2 once I pop it open.
Hey yo, I'm out here frauding when it comes to Watch Dogs 2, man. I hyped that game to the fullest, and I barely started it as well, man. So I'm like in the beginning of that game, real rap. I need to finish that game. I know it's not that long enough like that, but. And I do like Watch Dogs, yo. I ain't even going front. But yo, Michy! Right in the sand. I hope the wind doesn't blow for eternity. But if the water does come up and wash it away, let's write it back again in the sand. You feel me?
Okay. So are you talking about the water on the sand or the water in the wind? I don't know. I'm confused.
You know, anyway, we Avatar out here, you know.
Anyway, what's up? It's your boy Michy Battle. First off, shout out to my beautiful wife. She's currently at the gym.
Timbo.
Workout on. She ought to be in here somewhere in the comment section shortly. She's taking a boxing class, which I don't know if I'm okay with, because she's coming home practicing stuff on me, and I don't be ready for it sometimes. So she might accidentally hit me with a jab, and she's like, "Hey, look at this, pop!" And she's got a pop to it. It's a nice little crisp jab. When you're not expecting that kind of stuff, try not to be mad, but she say it's a love lick, so I trust her. I believe her. Shout out to all the female gamers. Thank you for doing what you do. Especially those that can do it without revealing any, too much personal information, if you know what I mean.
Hold on, Michy. Don't stop the movement.
Yeah, man. We need some of them like that now.
I'm just saying. Shout out to the girls that can game without showing boobies.
Hey,
it's funny. Watch it.
Shout out to the ones who show boobies.
You ain't gonna see none of them in October for breast cancer awareness, though. You ain't gonna see none of them. That should be booby month. Anyway, what have I been playing? I got up to bronze on Street Fighter V. Got knocked right back down to rookie. It's okay.
It happens. It happens.
Caught a deal, the season 1 and 2 for $40. I was like, man, let me go on ahead and snatch that up. So I rebought Street Fighter V. My wife got the platinum in Horizon. I'm like, shit, everybody got the platinum in Horizon.
Yeah, Horizon,
like, literally.
It's not a hard game to platinum. It's just the trials is the hardest thing, honestly. But it's doable.
It's funny that we say a lot of people getting the platinum, because I have another point to bring up shortly.
Oh no.
Play MLB The Show 17, COD 3, Black Ops 3. We were on that the other day. Infinite Warfare, play on that. I got back on Battlefield 1 and uninstalled that shit instantly.
No.
You was getting your ass handed to you when you.
Hey, yo, I never started that game yet.
Battlefield 1 is one of those games that if you don't play it, don't play it.
Now I'm gonna do the campaign, man. I'm gonna do the campaign.
Yeah, you can do the campaign, but you get on the multiplayer, you can be like, hey, where's the other team at? I don't see nobody from the other team. And you just gonna start dying for no reason. Just bullets everywhere. The game is dope though. It's just real frustrating. 2K17. Madden 17. What else have I been playing? Final Fantasy 14, the greatest game ever made, for me at least. I got on the whole Windows 10 PC. Heroes of the Storm. I'm getting on that. My old managers got me into playing that with them. Player Unknown Battlegrounds. Bought that today. Gifted it to my boy Star0079. So we will be on that probably Saturday. Player Unknown Battlegrounds. So
I heard about that game.
We will be on there. More or less, they have like a field of 100 people, and they just drop them all in there. It's like let's say H1Z1 and third-person shooter, and they try to go down from 100 to the last person standing. So yeah, that's my kind of game. Limited ammo, limited health. Yeah, that's my kind of game. Forza Horizon 3, Gears of War 4. Played those in the Windows Store. And it's funny that you see people, like a lot of people get the Horizon plat, and you think, damn, that's easy, right? Before Forza Horizon 3 launched, you had people talking about, you had a lot of people hyping up the open world racer that Forza Horizon 3 is. Nobody wanted drive clubs. They didn't want the enclosed areas. They didn't want to just drive on the street. But it's funny that people knock drive club for that. But if you look at the trophies on, the achievements on Forza Horizon 3, there's one that says hopping good time. And you just get the kangaroo hops, right? You just drive across the grass, go over a little hump, and, get 10 of those, just 10. And you get a trophy. An achievement. And only 8.25% of the community has gotten that. So I'm like, what in the hell do you have Forza Horizon 3 for if you're not going to drive all over the place? That's what people wanted the game for. Just they didn't have to stay on the road.
Fame, do you have a retort?
No, man. I have Forza Horizon 3 because I got it for the low. I'm not a racer person. Like the best racer that I'm having fun with is Mario Kart 8. I can't really attest to why folks ain't doing what they do. Like, so I have it. I played it. It's not a bad game. I'm just not really into races. I got it for the hella low because I had a plug and I got no retort, man. I don't know why folks, I'm not a racer. I'm not racing. Like I said, I even got drive plugs. I got it for like $4. I get like $3 or $4 I got it for. So I got it. It's just sitting there. Sometimes I just buy games. I don't know why. I'm not a racer. The last real fun I had with a racing game was Midnight Club Dub Edition. House real big. Cause y'all remember that? Yeah.
I had that on the PSP.
Lord, amen on that. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That was the last time I really had fun in a racing game. So now I can't attest to why folks ain't doing it. But if I know that achievement was so easy, I might go do it my damn self if I ain't got it already.
All you gotta do is just drive across the grass. Just literally just drive across the grass, and every bump you hit, you'll get a kangaroo hop.
Well, I might go get that easy achievement then. Like I said, I don't really play like Mario Kart 8. It's my type of racing game because it's fun. It ain't just driving. I can bust a shell on somebody's ass. But I really ain't in the race.
Second place to the end.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I like going to the back to the end, like to be in like 8th place, because you get the best stuff. That's the most fun.
Yeah, that's where all the action is in Mario Kart.
No lie. You get in the back, you get the double weapons. You're gonna get 2 good items: a star and a blue shell, and then get your way back up to the front. But I like being in the back a little bit.
But yeah, outside of that, I hadn't really been playing too much. Just trying to catch up with life and watching people get mad at me for asking why not a lot of people in the Forza community have these trophies, but everybody was hyped for the game, and they were hyped for Burnout Paradise. So if you play the game and you love the game like Burnout Paradise, you should love Forza Horizon 3. I don't understand why more people aren't playing it. And shout out to all the Fame's guests, because we usually only had 2 dislikes, and Fame came, we had 7, and I don't know if he brought 5 or if he got all 7 of them.
Listen,
we would like
I don't want to say the Xbox community, right? So I want to say the fanatics. The fanatics are pissed at me because they can't accept the fact that I'm not going to make a video every day telling them how great Xbox is. I like Xbox. It's my preferred console of choice. I also like my PS4. I also like my Switch. And if you can't handle me talking positively about other products that I decided to spend $300 to $400 on, you can kick rocks, fam. Dislike all you want, but that's all it is. People can't handle the fact that I'm not going to D-ride for Xbox every day just because I'm going to make people happy. That's not going to work.
I know that's right. God damn it. Like what you play and talk about it. Shit, no matter what you want. If
man,
you like
the
damn it, you like Horizon.
I love Horizon.
The only opinions that matter are the opinions people like. Anything else is trash. You know how that goes.
Yo, man, I'm saying don't bring your poison over here.
Yo, it's the same thing like Double XP, man. We had about 7 to 8 dislikes before like an hour before we started, bro. Like,
yeah, you know what it is too? You know what it is too? It's normally like one person. They just got like multiple accounts.
Yeah, I believe it's probably that one dude I tagged you in. It's probably him. That EZ dude. It's probably him.
Probably.
But yeah, I'm done.
Oh yeah, one of your fans is in the chat right now.
No.
What's she at when we need her? Where is Mrs. Battle at?
Oh, she's working out. That's all right. We're gonna let them rock for a minute.
Oh no, we got to go.
I usually
got to go.
let them chill. You know what I mean?
Oh, but
hey,
they're not gonna last too long. So.
Oh yeah, that is one of them.
I'm a person where I'm very good at ignoring like trolls and stuff. Like I want to give them any time of day. That's why some of them don't come to this channel or nothing like that, because I just straight ignore it. Like, I see the comments, I just ignore it. But big shout out to everybody that came through, man. Definitely appreciate it. But yo, we got my main man, Persona. Keep it so NY. Keep it so NY, like them boys that make PlayStation.
He gone.
Nah, he there. You know what he waiting on. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. PlayStation Nation, ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, shit, I can give my dog some screen time for that. Put my little Hellraiser on the screen. Because one of these two idiots is going to give out before the other one do. This is why we can't get nothing done. We have these 3-hour podcasts and stuff. Because dudes like to sit here and be silent. Like they're on witness protection or something. See this? This is the face of evil right here. See that? That's the face of evil while we're waiting.
I thought that was the face of PlayStation.
Oh
no, not that. They kind of look like Crash.
I said that ain't Crash Bandicoot?
Nah.
Crash.
Nah, not this one. Shit. Come on, Barry.
Did we lose Barry too?
Hell no. You see, fam, you don't know.
What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here. I am the new host of the Council Podcast. I have taken over Xbox Nation. Let's go. This is the Xbox Council. And
the only place where you will see Xbox in 1080p. Let's go.
Oh, you asshole.
Nah.
Yo.
Man, come on, boy. Somebody.
They gone, bro.
They ain't gone.
Nah.
Yo, what's good, people? It's your
You
boy.
already know. You gotta tell us why.
I fucking hate you, bro.
Last time he won, he wasn't gonna win.
I was going to look, man. I was about to mute my mic and go back to Dragon Quest till you talk, man. I was like, yo, what is good, people? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona and GWP Archive and the Council and What's Up PlayStation.com and your host of Mind of a Gamer podcast, up and coming podcast, real chill with me and MistaOfficialVG. Shout out to him. First and foremost, if you are a newcomer, welcome, and if you are a regular, we all appreciate you for coming back. And like I always say, I'm just a gamer trying to share my experiences with the world. First and foremost, Fame, big shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you taking the time out to come through the council. I can't talk. Come through to the council podcast and, you know, chop it up with us, man. It's definitely appreciated.
Love.
Man,
so shout out to you.
For like 2 years.
So big shout out to you. Shout out to the whole Tech Nation, Nico, and Mama Sita, and Jaleesa too, even though she canceled. And you know, y'all keep doing what y'all do, man. Y'all definitely doing a lot of big things. So shout out to y'all, man. So yeah, first and foremost, what I've been playing this week is I've been playing Mario Kart 8 on the Switch. Me and my boy, we've been playing that a little bit. Definitely loving it. Definitely gives that nostalgia feel a little bit to back in the day. Huh?
How y'all communicate?
We talk on the phone. We talk on the phone and then we race online. It'd be me, him, and his wife. We'd be racing. So, so yeah, big shout out to that. Also to what else? Dragon Quest Heroes 2. If you haven't been following my live stream series, I've been doing that. I'm on part 9 right now. Part 10 will be tomorrow. I'm close to beating the game. And then the platinum will be had shortly after. And I've been playing that Call of Duty Black Ops 3 a little bit over the weekend. On Sunday I played a little bit. And yeah, that's all I've really been playing this week, man. Nothing too crazy. Just looking forward to another good podcast, and I hope you guys enjoy.
That's what's up, man. But yo, real quick, the games I've been playing. I haven't been playing that much this week because, you know, brother been tired, man. Like the last 2 days, I've got home, taking a shower, I'm in the towel, and I just dropped.
Hey, calm down.
Yo, bro, end this podcast. Real talk.
Hey, I'm just trying to be a little more personal.
Hey, be personal on you.
Bro, I don't want to hear that, man. Come on now.
But nah, man, y'all been tired, man.
Somebody who light skin.
You know, I ain't even put no activator in my head, Jaleesa. It's crazy. But now the games I have been playing though, you know, Kingdom Hearts 2. I've been trying to play that, but haven't been playing it how I want to play it because, like I said, I've just been so tired. But yo, second favorite game of all time. That game is going to get beat. That game is going to get platinum for sure. But I'm going to beat the
what
rest
game?
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh.
Beat the rest of the games first before I head back and try to platinum these joints. As long as I get to 60% on each game, I'm good. And then I'll come back. Been playing Street Fighter 5, training with Colleen again. Doing a lot better with that character so far. I've been playing Chaos Code on the low. But yo, Chaos Code definitely had a good weekend with the guys. All I wanted to do was play my story, and these guys bullied me into a corner to jump into a lobby to beat me up, and it was definitely a good time, man, with Chaos Code. But that session definitely made me want to learn the game a lot more, so I have been doing that, and I got some sick combos for this tournament coming up. But yo, Black Ops 3, been playing that on the weekend. This weekend on Sunday, we're gonna be on what's it called? Killing Floor 2. Gonna be on Killing Floor 2 this Sunday. You know what I mean? Sunday is probably like the multiplayer day, I guess. Usually COD Sundays, dub COD Sundays, but we're gonna do some Killing Floor. Because I love that game and I miss that game. And I need to play that. And Marvel Heroes Omega. If you haven't played this game yet, if you got $20, $30 to spare, yo, go and pick this game up. This game is like a Diablo-esque, X-Men Legends, or the old school X-Men top-down games. Very fun game, man. Enjoying it a lot. Been leveling up my Gambit. I gotta go into Spider-Man. I bought the Spider-Man pack, and I ain't even played Spider-Man yet, which is crazy. But yeah, man, that game is very good, very dope, man. I'm enjoying it a lot. I think it's on Xbox as well, so you can go ahead and pick that up. People get real sensitive about that stuff. Like, is it on Xbox? Well, yo, Dragon Quest Heroes 2, I haven't even started that yet, but I will start that this weekend. I got to get my Dragon Quest fix in, man. So yeah, man, that's pretty much what I've been playing throughout the week. Before we go into the news, though, I want to let people know that we are having a Chaos Code tournament next weekend. That is on the 13th. It doesn't cost anything to join. The game costs $20, so if you do want to join, you know what I mean, it's not that much for the game anyway. It's only $20. But anybody that is participating, as far as fighting in the tournament, do note that you need to put your PlayStation network ID in the discussions area, because we're going to create a chart so we can make sure who's the participants and who's not, because the lobbies for that game is not invite based. So there's going to be random people that come in, but we got to distinguish between who's a participant and who's not. So it is crucial. It is imperative that you put your PSN ID in the discussions area. If I have you as a friend, or Persona have you as a friend on PSN, then I guess you're fine. Also, there's an Injustice 2 tournament later this month. So if you guys want to sign up for that, definitely sign up for it. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's a new fighting game that's coming out, so everybody's going to be on the same playing field. So it's definitely going to be fun, man. So hopefully a lot of people sign up for that one, because it's going to be a movie, man. And like I said, tune into Mind of the Game podcast. They've moved their time.
Mind of a Gamer.
Oh, Mind of a Gamer podcast. They moved their time to Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So yeah, if you look, definitely go check that out. That is Persona and Kev. They host that podcast. So go check that out every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Yo, you heard our Persona got made? He said, Mind of a Gamer. Hey man, my bad, Persona. I be messing up.
I mean, you do mess up. That's why I'm here to correct you. You good?
Yo, but you know who's not messing up?
PlayStation
and Guerrilla Games right now, because Guerrilla Games, Horizon Zero Dawn has a new patch and photo mode feature coming next week, man. So they're gonna have some new modes a photo mode. I'm seeing some screenshots where she can put like a heart sign up. That's gonna be hot. You know what I mean? Everybody that played Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm pretty sure like the first couple of hours, you have been in that photo mode, just picturing everything in that game. Like, yo, is this on a console? Is this game on a console right now? This is crazy. But yo, photo mode is coming. I'm still waiting on that whole expansion because I know they teased that a little bit. But this is a popular mode for this game, yo. So how everybody feeling about them adding new stuff to this game, especially the photo mode with Horizon?
I'm gonna be real with you. I much rather them tell me they got some
really bad echo.
Is that me? Let me back up. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Like this, the little feature stuff is dope, but I don't want to hear nothing until they tell me they got some story DLC coming. Because y'all know my love for Horizon Zero Dawn. It's the game of the year, most fun I've had in the game in a long time. I fell in love with Aloy from day one. Aloy was bae. Fuck 2B. And they're automata.
Whoa. Wait a second.
Tell us how you really feel, man. Tell us how you really feel.
And so, like, I mean, yeah, the new feature stuff is dope, but Gorilla, like, work overtime to get me the story DLC because I need that in my life. But this other stuff is cool. I mean, I'm not knocking it. It ain't bad. Nothing wrong with new features, but I'm ready to get some more story DLC popping. Like, yeah, and I'm hoping at E3 that's what we get. You know, a release date of some story DLC because we know it's coming.
Oh yeah, facts. No, I mean, I do agree because photo, you know, as somebody that, you know, beat the game, platinum the game, you know, I want some more content. Cause even when I platinum this game, I was like, yo, I'm still playing this joint because there was still side missions that I ain't do, and I was like, yo, man, this game is good. I want some more. You know what I mean? Off it. That's after like 65 hours of this game I was in. So yeah, I definitely want to hear more about the story mode. But like I said, if you go on Twitter, there's still people like putting up their photo mode pictures of this game, man. It's a very popular mode on there. But you know, I mean, I definitely do agree with you on that. Anybody else?
Go ahead, Michy.
Nah, I was just gonna say I think it's dope that they said you can now change the expressions that Aloy has in the pictures. And I'm like, what game lets you change expressions people have? Like in photo mode. That's crazy.
So they took all the assets for everybody else not having no type of facial emotion and put it on Aloy, huh?
I guess.
Because nobody else in this game seems to be able to make a face besides
at least
Aloy.
Not one worth looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horizon Zero Dawn has to have some of the ugliest people I've ever seen in life. And you know, I live in Texas. You know, there's a few ugly people out here.
Hey, are you from Texas as well, my brother?
Oh yeah, that's what they say. You say you live close to Nico. I'm like, oh yeah, playing from Texas, huh?
That's what's up. Texas boys, we taking over, man.
Hey man, a little too much Texas love in here, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, you watch your mouth, okay? Nah, but I think it's dope that they actually let you interact with the actual pictures you taking, like the heart emojis and stuff. And seems like they let you make postcards and weird shit in the game. That's dope, and it's kind of frustrating though. Like I see Fame's point that he wants DLC because the games people want DLC for, like Horizon, they don't get it. But the trash ass games that get DLC, Final Fantasy 15, nobody want to play that shit. Anybody here play Final Fantasy 15 DLC? Anybody?
I haven't played it yet. Sorry.
Nope.
I rest my case.
Nope.
I rest my case. She came out, they made a sword with a DJ turntable on it. Ain't nobody getting that.
Yeah, I don't get why they did that.
Yeah, but it's crazy. But yeah, shout out to them for improving the photo mode because you know everybody beat the game and they would just love to go back and take pictures, and there's a lot of pictures to be taken. So
yeah, I found one thing I found myself doing a lot of when I was playing was, you know, like I'd be riding on the back of one of the machines. And, you know, like in certain parts when you like ride, like when you're riding, you'll tilt the camera to the side because it looks so awesome. And then like you'll catch like a glimmer of light that shines the right way and makes you kind of glow and glossy. And so I found myself just doing a lot of that, you know, like taking pictures and shit. So I think it's really dope that they're adding this type of stuff to the game. But I definitely, you know, now that the DLC's been announced or it's confirmed or whatever, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to, you know, how they're going to expand on that story because, That story is it's really good. That's game of
Yo,
the year.
you know what's crazy? My bad, yo, for going off on a tangent. Like, people was liking the podcast, but I don't get that notification no more. I'm over here. I'm like, oh,
I don't either.
this person liked the podcast. Like, I'm over here retweeting and liking.
Yeah, they took it out. They took that feature out.
Why? That was a good feature.
I don't know why, but now you gotta like, if you don't see it in your timeline, you don't know who liking your vids because it just says at YouTube instead of at the YouTuber anymore. So I don't know why I took it out. It was a dumb feature. That was a brilliant way to know who actually supporting your stuff. Now you just, hoping that they actually drop a comment, and other than that, you don't know.
Yo, that seems mad weird because my Twitter name is here, but it doesn't get the notification. Like, that's crazy.
I guess because that's kind of like free advertising. I guess.
Well, no,
like
if it's the people that have bots that are inflating their views, the people that
they probably did it because people that's trolling people, they use it at their Twitter handle.
Mm-hmm.
Does that work now? Where say somebody make a video and they
Oh, that still works. You can still add them inside the title.
But I'm saying like if somebody like it, that person won't see the ad.
Oh yeah, that's true. They won't.
Yeah. You see that YouTube? You see the crumb side of YouTube, man? Y'all kill everything.
Damn.
Y'all kill everything, man. But yo, Horizon getting some new little content for people, to play around with in a game. I'll probably try my best to do it like a photo and have Gorilla become famous with Gorilla. Like, yo, Gorilla, man. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, man. I'm joking. But yo, new content for Horizon. Yo, there's gonna be a Wipeout Omega Collection beta. It starts today, but this is like a closed beta. So if you didn't get an email or anything like that, I guess you're not in. But I just want to let people know to make sure you check your email that is connected to your PlayStation network account to see if you got into the beta, the closed beta. And plus, the Omega Collection has went gold, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna be seeing reviews come very soon for this joint. But yeah, this is just like a remaster of the old games that they have in here. A whole bunch of the Wipeout games together. And Wipeout has always been a fun game to me. I enjoy Wipeout a lot, so definitely gonna be picking. So anybody else picking this game up?
Oh yeah, I definitely got that on pre-order.
And it comes with party chat.
I'm a fan of the older games. I owned it on the Vita, so I don't know yet, but because I got a backlog from hell, so I ain't trying to buy too much because I got a backlog. I'm trying to beat the games I already got, but if not, I'll probably try to get it by E3. You know what I'm saying? They probably.
Yo, Jaleesa, people will never understand a person with a backlog and a person a person that has a backlog that plays RPGs. They don't understand how that backlog struggle is real because, like I said, these are games that it's not like 10 hours. You're putting some substantial hours into these games, and you know what I mean? It builds. Like Persona 5, you're going to have a build-up of you playing Persona 5 right now, so there's games that you probably even get to yet. You know what I mean?
Yep. I bought Watch Dogs and For Honor weeks ago, and I just didn't get to them. I just couldn't get to them. Even Horizon took a backseat, and I love that game.
People who play RPGs don't have backlogs. They just have shit they ain't playing. Like, that ain't a backlog. I ain't playing that shit till I get done with this. So,
Nah.
Y'all know how it is.
Yeah, I mean, kind of right though, because
and the day you mix it up, it's like, yo, man, you can't juggle all them things. Like, yo, I'm trying to juggle so much games, but I just don't have the time, man. Like, I'm just gonna sit down, complete Kingdom Hearts 2 and Dragon Quest. That's what I'm going to be playing, man. Honestly, unless it's like Sundays.
Still got more games and stuff coming though. That's the thing. Like, it's still more stuff coming. Like, what all is coming next up? Prey. I still haven't played the demo for that.
Did that come out? That came out.
I was anticipating that, but I hear folks ain't liking it, man.
What, Prey?
Yeah,
It's not pray. The demo is out on place. I think it's on Xbox as well. The demo is out, so I mean, people could try it for themselves to see if it's something that they're into. It looks interesting to me, but I don't know. I'm more interested in that Surge.
When did Prey drop? It drops already?
No, it's dropping. I think this week. Next week coming up.
Yeah,
the 16th.
They put a demo out, so the demo is on the PlayStation Store.
If not next week, it's the week after.
I was anticipating this game, but I mean, I'm gonna try to. I didn't try it for myself, but I mean, folks is really like trashing this game.
It's
yeah, I might try the demo one day, but I don't have time.
From the impressions I've been hearing, from that like actual reviewers, they like the game. So I don't know.
I mean,
you got that.
It's probably a good game, but I'm not in the mood to play one of those scary thriller type games right now.
Yeah, finna say Injustice 2 finna drop, Rhyme finna drop.
It's drop on the same day.
Hey, listen, don't judge me, but that Injustice Mobile is fun, B. I'm more excited for the Injustice 2 mobile than the actual console game. That's just me. That mobile fun, B. I'm sorry, it is.
Hey, it be that way sometimes.
Yo, we gonna have an Injustice mobile tournament.
Hey, you don't have voice chat.
No, I'm joking. Yo, but May 16th is gonna be a hell of a day, man. We got VR game coming. We got a fighter. We got Rhyme. This is Surge. Surge. Yeah. May 16th is a huge day. But yo, another huge game we got to update on is Omen of Sorrow. The council, we did a interview with the developers last year. Speaking about this game, it is like one of the most unique fighters that we've seen so far. If you guys haven't checked it out, they have a new trailer that's out. Well, not a new trailer, but it's like a more for gameplay kind of trailer, which is also in 4K. For those people that got Xbox One S's and Pros, you can go watch it in 4K. I know Michy about to say something. You can go watch it in 4K. But nah, man, the game looks really dope, man. Omen of Sorrow. Let me see if I can share my screen real quick so you guys can check it out.
That is a dope game. And they got like some of the old school characters that you probably forgot about.
Yeah,
they got Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. They got a succubus, werewolf, just not any specific werewolf, just a werewolf. We're gonna call it that dude Fred. And
is it only gonna be 4 fighters, or that's just
No, it's like most of the people from your like before we were born horror movies.
Okay.
And it's just like I think it's gonna be like 12 to 16 characters.
Yeah, they say it's gonna be 16. They're gonna have DLC coming. The game is gonna be running in 4K 62 for when they said they're gonna work on that. But yeah, this game's supposed to be coming out this holiday season. So yeah, this is gonna be good, man. Like I said, there's a lot of fighting games coming out this generation, man. Like it's such a good feeling, honestly, man, because we haven't really. There's always been a lot of fighting games, but some of them been like iffy, you know what I mean? But so far, some of these fighting games have been
pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, yeah, I gotta say, this gen they have been really wow, they've been on it with those fighters, man. They've been dropping gems, they've been dropping new fighters, they've been dropping all types of fighters this gen.
I can understand how some people are missing the fighters though, because those fighters only tend to come out on one console. So some people might be like, ain't no fighting games dropping because all they got is Killer Instinct and Guilty Gear. I mean, not Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue.
Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat.
No, I was gonna say something, but that's petty. I'm gonna leave.
Not even a new Blaze Blue.
I mean, fame. Sometimes there's a fact. The fighters, there's been a lot of them on PlayStation.
Oh yeah, I mean, it hasn't been that way though.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been that way. I mean, most people, play fighters. Or fighters are normally dropped on the PlayStation console. It's been that way. It's not just this gen. It's been that way for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, because I think that these cats found Chaos Code. I didn't even know what that was.
Yo, Kev, it's funny because Kev was playing that and he kept telling me, yo, Persona, you got to get this game. This game is dope. And I'm like, what is it? It's a dope game. It's a fighting game, Chaos Code. Yo, I picked it up for the 20. Yo, man, for the $20, that is a very solid fighting game. Like, it's very, very, very good, solid fighting game. Like you'll have fun on there.
You can smack somebody up with a plate of lunch.
Oh yeah, Bravo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dope game, man. I definitely enjoy it. I didn't know the game where it came from either, honestly. I saw
Yeah, it was like out of the blue type of release.
Kevin on Persona, they were playing. I was like, yo, this game looked like a game I would definitely play. I just started getting into it. But yeah, man. So yeah, that's Omen of Sorrow. Hopefully you guys saw that gameplay stuff. I don't know how it came out on the stream, but it looks pretty dope. All right. And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. The only reason why I brought this topic or this news article in here because I was feeling petty at that time. Because yo, they dropped a comparison. They dropped they dropped a comparison video of Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Collection, from the old game to the new game.
Yeah. Yes, I know where you get that.
Nah, I mean, I'm not even gonna get there.
Let's do this.
Do it, bro. Come
I'm
on,
not gonna
bro.
get there because you know, the Council Podcast with the PlayStation.
Stop.
Let's do this.
And you know, we are we bash
Xbox a lot of it.
But I'm just saying though, the remaster for this game, it looks really dope. I'm gonna share my screen again, for this game. But anybody excited for Crash Bandicoot Insane Collection, by the way? Before
my boy Nicodemus said it played like trash.
What?
Yeah, he did say that. He was like he didn't like the control, but I was like,
I was like, whoa, we got an honest PlayStation gamer.
Whoa.
Actually being negative towards PlayStation? It don't never happen.
yeah, he said he played it at Best Buy and he didn't like the way it controlled.
Look, I'm gonna wait and see. I ain't gonna say Nico ain't right because he played it, so that's his opinion of it. But
Y'all know Nico don't like games that cost over $6. I don't know why y'all think that.
I'm gonna wait and play it for myself, man. Because I
also got to understand that this is just a remaster, it's not a remake. So if people they are using quote unquote the same assets as well of the game. Just everything is just, everything is just spruced up a little bit to look for this day and age.
Nah, this a true remaster. And
yeah, the gameplay is not going to change or anything like that. But I mean, I can understand somebody complain about that, how the control feel wonky, because that time that's how Crash played though. That's how the game felt.
Right.
You know what I mean? But,
So right. That's why I asked him. I'm like, yo, do you remember how Crash played? Like when you played Uncharted, did you not feel how it felt to play Crash?
Maybe because it's an analog instead of the D-pad. Why it felt weird to him.
That might be it.
We using the D-pad until if you was rich until like the second one, you was using the analog. But third one, by the time the third one came out, it was pretty like the norm to use that DualShock. But yeah, man, the gameplay looks pretty good, man. They showed a comparison video, but yeah, like I said, the reason why I brought this up because I was being a little petty because I wanted to show people what a remaster is and when devs take their time and put in that work to give something the proper due.
Now see, hold on. Now since we're gonna talk about it, now let's talk about the shit then, Barry. So y'all know the reason why Barry bring this up because Phantom Dust is looking kind of dusty. Let me tell you what's going on. Hold on.
That shit needs some.
Hear me out, fam. Hear me out, fam. One thing Barry said that stood out to me just now when he said when devs give the proper time to give out a proper remaster. One thing people are conveniently overlooking is the fact that when Microsoft went to Japan, to get the source code for Phantom Dust, it was gone. They could not use the source code. So using the brains they had, they reverse engineered just to get the game to a native 1080p. Otherwise, it would have been a 1080p 480p. So with that, you have to give them credit for not even having the source code and having to reverse engineer just to get it up to native 1080p. Now, if they had the source code, they would have given them the ability to update the textures and all the assets, etc. But they did not have the ability to do it. So for them to even do what they did basically they didn't have everything they needed to do a proper remaster. This is why they're calling it a HD re-release. They're updating the resolution to 1080p if you're on Xbox, 4K if you're on PC, and I'm sure for Scorpio it'll be 4K as well. They're updating the resolution, but they could not do the textures and etc. because the source code evaporated. It's gone. They don't know where they can't find it. It doesn't exist. Now, one thing I think you will see benefits. For example, they talked about how the billboards on certain maps on the OG Xbox you couldn't read because the resolution was so low. But now that it's up to 1080, you can actually read the billboards and etc. Like I said, I think this game will end up being $15 or free to play because they did add microtransactions, which screams free to play to me. When they put out an HD re-release, that screams free to play to me. They added widescreen and achievements. But like I said, I want to get that point. Mabari said when they take a time to properly do something, Microsoft didn't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna put it out like this." They did. They did what they could with what they received. Instead of just scrapping it, they still put their brains together, reverse engineered, and were still able to put out a product. You can't knock them for that.
The reason why I'm so harsh with it is because you had a reboot of the game being made, and it got canceled, and then now you have this hogwash. Not, I do respect it that they working with whatever they working with, but I'm just saying, like, gamers are not going to accept that. You can try to pitch that all you want. A gamer is going to look at this game and like, what the hell is this?
Well, not only that, but that kind of, what has Microsoft been touting, been saying that matters most as far as what they're trying to do. They want to provide the best quality of games and stuff like that, and do that with the Scorpio, with graphics and all this. And then you have something like this. It kind of, it's like, well, is that really what you want to do?
Wait a minute.
I'm not.
Now, I know I've heard it from just about everybody on this panel. I know Jalissa said it before because she's on my podcast as well. I know everybody say this before. Oh, Sony will put out a game. They know they won't make money off of it. They put it out because they know particular people want it. But when Microsoft does it, everybody jumping down their throat.
No. See, there's a difference, though. The difference between that is PlayStation isn't going around jumping on in interviews and things like that saying that, single-player games don't matter. Graphics is what we're trying to do.
Please,
want to have. Hold on. Wait. Let me finish. I'm about to answer your question and then follow up. PlayStation isn't out using the Scorpio as a means to say that their console is going to be the most powerful, uncompromised game graphics and things like that. PlayStation isn't doing that. Xbox is. So if Xbox is saying all these crazy things and they want to have the best experiences is on Xbox as far as games go, but then you have something like this, it looks funny. I'm not saying that it's not okay for the game to come out the way it is. It's whatever to me. I'll pick up anything, it don't matter. But when you're saying one thing, but you're
some trash.
When you're saying one thing, but when you're saying one thing, but your product isn't displaying, or it isn't your product isn't what you're saying, it looks funnier. That's what I'm saying.
Sir, could you link me to where Xbox said they're not doing single player games anymore? You said that. I just want to link to that.
Let me redo my words. They said that. Okay, let me rephrase that because I did say the wrong thing. They're not saying that they're not going to do single player games anymore. But when they're saying things like services have more of an impact on gamers than.
That's true.
Yeah, no, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying when they're saying different things like this, but then they're also talking about graphics and things like that. And then you look at the product, it doesn't add up.
Wait a minute, I'm still confused. You said you're not disputing. That's what are you disputing? You said first thing you said was how they said they're not doing single player games. Then you took that back. Then you said, well, they're talking about service being more profitable, which is another fact. So they're putting out facts and that's bothering you. I'm confused on what you are disputing, sir.
No, what I'm saying is the product that thing putting out doesn't match what they're saying that they want to do.
Okay, so we're basing this off of we're basing this off what they're saying with the Scorpio, which is not out yet. We're basing this argument off of something that's out now, and we're comparing that to the Scorpio. So
the games are only going to look good on the Scorpio. Is that what you're saying?
Say it again.
So are you saying that games are only going to look good on the Scorpio?
What I'm saying is they're saying the most powerful console, so I'm pretty sure they're talking about the games that are being playable on the Scorpio. Which,
but I'm asking you, so that means that only Scorpio is going to benefit from games looking better.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm asking. I'm not saying. I'm asking.
What I'm saying is games will undoubtedly look better on the Scorpio.
So
now,
don't Xbox One.
Don't let this Phantom Dust fiasco get it twisted as if Xbox won't have good looking games. I still go point back to Rise of Rome, which still one of the best looking games out on console, and that was a launch title. So don't let this Phantom Dust thing get everything twisted about, oh no, they're going back what they said about games looking great. They're talking about on the Scorpio, and this is not what they meant. So people trying to take this and kind of twist things up. Xbox games will still look great. And now if you want to be a resolution warrior, that's up to you. I can't control that. But to say that, to ask that question is a bit asinine, because you have games, that still look great on the Xbox One, regardless whether you want to fight about 91080p.
Hey yo,
no resolution, it's not graphics.
Hey yo, Fame. Yo, you my man's in them, B. You my man's in them, B. But that Phantom does look like trash.
This is my thing about it. Now I think I'm kind of on the side of what Persona's trying to say. If you're going to be hyping that you have this 4K machine coming out, and this isn't like exactly tied into him, I'm just speaking. If you're hyping that you're going to have this 4K machine coming out, show something that would display what we would be getting if we get a Scorpio. Now, granted, we know that the games that are coming out on the Xbox One and the Xbox One S, they're not, they're the same, will be playable on the Scorpio. But that doesn't mean don't make good-looking games until the Scorpio drop.
Yo,
you look at Phantom Dust. Phantom Dust look worse than Vita games.
It's an Xbox game. It's an OG.
I know, but I'm saying
people have to stop looking at Phantom Dust like this is just some new game, or it's a remake or reboot. It's a 2004 game.
Right. Why the fuck would you release a 2004 game the exact same way it was when nobody asked for it today?
Now hold on. Now you can't say nobody.
Okay, 6 people.
You can't even say that. That's what I'm saying. This goes back to the point people like to make about PlayStation all the time. Even if it's a small community, a cult following for a game, they'll push it out. People say, you know what? They doing fan service. But if Xbox does it with this and Voodoo Vents, oh, nobody asked for this.
Okay.
Why can't Microsoft get the same excuse that you would do for PlayStation? Why can't
I'll give you a solid Fame and give you Phantom Dust. Nobody wanted Voodoo Vents.
Yo,
I'll give you a solid for this.
That's a good point that Fame made. That's a good point that Fame made. I respect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I respect that point.
That's a good point. I'm not trying to, I don't want to have Fame feel like he's being attacked or anything. That's not
we family here, brother.
Yeah, I buy anything, and the council can tell you I buy anything regardless of what it, graphically or whatever.
Yeah.
But my only thinking is when you're saying that you're pushing for better things graphically and you're pushing for the future of development of games, and you put out something like this, it defeats the purpose of what you're saying. Regardless if it's a remaster or not, if your vision as Microsoft is to put out a game that's graphically impressive, regardless of what it is, the vision should be to put that game out graphically impressive. I'll use Kingdom Hearts for an example. Kingdom Hearts released like a couple weeks ago. It's 4K 60, right, Barry, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
And the differences aren't major, but it is noticeable. It is very noticeable. When I turned on Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, I was like, what? Yo, this shit's smooth as hell. Yes, it still looks like. Granted, okay, I'll give you that. But when your vision and your thinking is what it is, you got to put in a little bit more effort.
I'm saying you can't say they're lying about their vision for the
it's not a lie.
No, you can't say they're not wanting to do out what their vision is for Project Scorpio until Project Scorpio releases. We're making assumptions about Project Scorpio for the Xbox One.
But see, that's the thing, though. And I'm not trying to say this is your way of thinking, but I've seen this a lot from a lot of people in the Xbox community. When you speak games and when you speak graphical fidelity and frames and things like that, people don't even think about the Xbox One. They say, wait till Scorpio. So that, when you have things like that, it leads me to the belief, okay, if we have to wait for Scorpio to come out to see graphically impressive games, where does that leave the Xbox One gamer that can't afford the Scorpio?
But there are games. There are games. That's not. We're going under the assumption that every game on Xbox just looks bad. That's not.
No. Every game doesn't look bad. But what I'm saying is, when your vision is graphics, to push the graphical fidelity of games and make games look better graphically, where does that leave the Xbox One gamer? Because when it came to the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro, yes, there is a difference in games graphically, but PlayStation 4 isn't suffering graphically to any type of game that comes out. The game still looks good.
Is Xbox suffering graphically?
Yes.
Graphically, not resolution.
Yes. Sea of Thieves. Trash.
Whoa, you played it? Well, you played it. What you think about it?
He did.
Yes. Trash. Absolute, complete, total, utter trash.
Now, see, me and a couple other people can say the lather. We actually think the game actually looks pretty good.
Man,
that's all personal opinion, I guess.
Well, yeah.
The game is fun. In my opinion,
because this is my thing with the wording and things like that. With PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro, it didn't feel like you don't have to buy a Pro. You don't need it. You don't need a Pro. The way Xbox gamers are looking, from what I'm saying, and it's not gamers. Let me not say gamers. I'm using the wrong words here. Fanboys, fanatics, zealots, whatever you want to call them. The wording and the way they're wording things and how it looks like they're thinking that they need the Scorpio in order to compete, in order to have games at the level of what PlayStation's already getting or beyond. That's how it sounds. Now, is it true? No, you don't need the Scorpio to enjoy good games, because there are good games on the Xbox. Yes, games do look good on the Xbox. Yes, this is true. But the way folks are wording and the way they're speaking in these videos and on Twitter and on Facebook and whatever the case may be, that's not how they're looking at it.
Oh, I agree.
And that's the problem here, because you leave Xbox, and when you have people that are thinking like that, where does that leave the Xbox One? PlayStation 4 isn't left in the dust. PS4 Slim is selling more than the Pro.
Now, here's the thing: even if people have this ridiculous mindset, the games, every game that drops on Scorpio will also drop on Xbox One, so those games will be there, and they will still look good. Whether they want to pay attention to it or not, and still say, "Oh, Scorpio." When the game releases on Scorpio, it's also gonna be on Xbox One, and the difference will be, a blade of grass and some resolution.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yo, at the end of the day, though, like I said, Fame made a good point. I do respect that Microsoft is pumping out these games that nobody's actually. I'm joking, but I do respect that they are pumping out these games. that they are pumping out games. But I'll say this though, to counter what Fame has said. Normally, you were saying how PlayStation put out these games for the fan base, but yeah, the PlayStation fan base isn't complaining about the games that we're getting. Like, oh, we don't care about Jap crap, or what I'm saying, we don't care about this and we don't care about that. A game like Phantom Dust, that is a game that we have heard people in the Xbox community, I'm not saying everybody, saying that they don't want this Jap crap. Is that a Jack crap game?
Man, that term kind of racist as hell, man. So when it comes to that stuff, I kind of stay away from it. Dudes is wilding, bro. No, but I'm just saying, like, the same games where everybody complaining about PlayStation. Oh, we don't want those games that PlayStation have. They playing Nico Duki Universe and Chiki whatever Japanese name they try to bring up and claim it as Jap crap. Because I get down with Japanese games. I also get down with the games that be having like panties with DLC and upskirt and all that. Them type of games, Japanese games, I don't get down with. as far as what other dudes say about using that term or whatnot, that's them, man. I don't know why dudes want to run with that and then backdoor and be excited for a game like this when it's pretty much the same thing.
I said, like
I can't excuse what another man say. That's just people being.
I'm seeing people like, yo, I'm gonna give this a try, but I guarantee the same game could be on PlayStation. Like, this is Jap crap. You know what I'm saying?
This is my only problem with the whole thing, and maybe it's a little too early for me to have this judgment about it. But before the Xbox One dropped, we saw Rise. We saw what it looked like. We were like, oh, this is what games look like on the Xbox One. Cool. We saw Forza. I mean, we got a screenshot from whatever Forza they were using, but that's a picture. But what else do we have to look forward to? Because Forza already looks good. It's not like Forza looks any better than it did before. Forza already looks good. We had Rise, and Rise was the bar setter for the Xbox One. 2013. Since then, what game has come close to Rise? We haven't had anything.
Hey man, I love. In my
I was
opinion,
waiting for him to answer.
I didn't know it was a question. I thought it was. I thought he was trying to make. I personally thought Gears of War 4 looked pretty damn good. People might not agree with me, but
I think Halo looked good. When I was playing now, I was like, oh, this look really good.
Halo 5?
I've only played Gears of War 4 on PC, so I only seen the PC side of it. But if the Xbox One version is
good on Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, Gears looks great. But you see how far we had to go to get a game that you could compare to Rise?
I mean, here's the fact that a lot of the Xbox games aren't, Rise really went for that graphical, we want to make a graphically looking game. That's why it's not long, it's not a lot going with it compared to a game like Sunset Overdrive, where Sunset Overdrive it's not going for graphics, but the game still looks good. The way the colors pop on the screen looks amazing. Not every game, if you look on PlayStation, of course you got, Uncharted and, Aloy's Bay, those games, not only went for the gameplay, but they went for graphically great looking games. And that's not always the case for games on Xbox, where the game actually went for something looking graphically, demanding. A lot of games on Xbox, like I said, like a Sunset Overdrive, they didn't go for, hey, let's make this game look damn near photorealistic. They went for everything else.
Yeah, Sunset Overdrive looked pretty good though. I like Sunset.
It ain't Rise.
Hey yo,
but it did look good though.
To move along, the PlayStation E3 2017 press conference has been announced. It is happening Monday, June 12th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, let me make sure. Hold on. Wait, guys. Wait. Oh, that's 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
We should already knew this was going to be the time and the date.
Yeah, we already knew that. Yeah, but it's officially been announced. So far we have EA. That's going to be happening at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. That is June 10th. Then you have on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and Bethesda later on that night at 10. So there's going to be 3 conferences going down on Sunday. And so far, I think it's only Sony confirmed for Monday. So is Sony going to have the whole day to themselves as far as conference-wise? Because Microsoft, EA, Bethesda, they're gonna pump out news, but we still gotta wait for Ubisoft, right?
I would say Ubisoft usually goes on Monday night, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be Ubisoft during the day. Who else? Nintendo's probably gonna do something, but it's gonna be like the Treehouse.
Nintendo not having a conference, right?
No, not a conference. They're gonna have a Treehouse. Their Treehouse will be Monday. And what else?
And Square usually have one.
Yeah, Square Enix. Yeah.
Square had one for the last 2 years. I don't know if they're doing one this year, but
Bethesda having one. But that's on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like it was last year. Bethesda was Sunday. Then you had Ubisoft, you had EA. EA, even though they're not a part of E3 per se, they still have their own little conference because they did last year when they showed showed Madden and all that stuff. What else? It was EA, Ubisoft. What else?
Yeah, Ubisoft haven't announced anything yet. Nintendo, I think they announced something.
They're gonna have a treehouse like they
They're gonna
always.
have like a treehouse kind of ordeal. Square, I don't know if they're gonna do something this year, but the last 2 years they have been doing something.
They're gonna do something. They're gonna talk about what because Square has Final Fantasy 12 to talk about. They're gonna say something about Kingdom Hearts. I don't know what, but they probably gonna say something about Kingdom Hearts and whatever else they got in the pipeline. Activision? That's EA.
Yo, but you do know, guys, it's official. Sony's gonna shut down E3. You know, I hear a lot of people saying they're not too excited for Sony conference because they know what's coming. I don't know what these people are talking about.
Well, here's the thing: we know they're going to show some new stuff, but as far as there is a lot of stuff that we know already. I think the excitement will be to actually see gameplay of God of War, Spider-Man, Days Gone. You know, I think they, like I said, they will show new stuff. I think that's granted, but I think people are saying that because of the big titles we know they're going to show again because it's time to show some gameplay.
Yeah, like God of War, like I'm not really feeling for gameplay of that because you already showed in 12 minutes of that. You know what I mean? You can show me a little snippet or something like that, but the game I'm looking for is Spider-Man. Give me the gameplay of that. And anything else is going to be new. Like on E3, the council, we're going to be doing something special. That Saturday, we're going to have like our E3 predictions. So it's going to be, you know, the time that Persona does the Mind of a Gamer podcast, we're going to be doing our E3 predictions, you know, together, Council Podcast, Mind of a Gamer, on that. And then we're going to be having like separate shows for, you know, each conference. So EA, who else? Microsoft, Bethesda, and PlayStation so far that have been confirmed. There will be separate little shows, you know, live streams for that. And it's going to be like an after show live stream. So I'm just giving everybody the heads up of what's going down when it comes to E3 and with the council. I know Ticket's going to be doing, I know you guys go to E3 and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, we'll be out there. I had to give my place up because I got some personal stuff going on. And so I actually won't be there. So I'll be holding it down from home for the rest of the TIC team. So we have guys out there. Cal will be out there. Nick will be out there. But I'll be holding it down from here because I had to give my my press pass up, my spot for the press pass up.
Okay, that's what's up though. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know you guys are always busy during E3 and all that stuff. So yeah, man, there's gonna be a lot of content out here on YouTube. So anybody bored on YouTube, there's no E3. The council got you locked down. TIC got you locked down. So definitely check it out during E3, man. It's gonna be a movie during those times, man. I can't wait, honestly, yo, because I know Sony coming to bring that heat. I know I already made little prediction videos of what's coming, but yo, definitely tune in to that special podcast that we're gonna have that Saturday. That is the 9th. Sunday is the 10th. Yeah, that's the 9th. So June 9th. Matter of fact, no, that's the 10th. Let me look at the calendar.
It's the 10th.
Yeah, that's the 10th. So hold up. EA is gonna be on a Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. That's what I was like, what are you talking about?
At 3 p.m. And Microsoft and Bethesda is gonna be on the Sunday.
The 11th. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, that's that Saturday at 11 a.m. we're gonna have our like pre-E3 stuff. So yeah, definitely go and check that out. More information is gonna come about that. So definitely check that out. Moving along, I'm very excited for this collector's edition. I know a lot of people in here is excited because, you know, it's just the Marvel fanboy and Capcom fanboys that we have here. But Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite collector's edition, the statues have a close-up. And I'm about to show you guys that. And this does confirmed my what is it, 240 that I'm spending on this joint. But yo, I can't wait, man, for this game.
Yo, you and Persona be killing it with the collector's edition, man. Y'all be killing
Not
it.
even me. Like I've calmed down tremendously with collector's edition called PS3. Every like game that came out on PS3, I was getting collector's edition, but they just take up mad space, man. And ever since I went digital, I was like, yo, this is just convenient. My eyes have been open. So I've been calming down.
That's that no kids life. You know, you got kids, they turn this stuff up so fast.
Yeah, man. That even till now, like, you know, I'll leave little notes, like, you know, because like this room right here is like the free room, so they will come in, and I leave little notes. Don't touch this statue because it got the little horizon joint. Like, don't touch this. And they know, man. They don't know. They know not to touch Uncle Jabari's stuff. But yeah, man, these pictures.
Ooh, that Iron Man though, I need that.
Yeah, this junk look hella dope, man. This is like one of the best collector's editions I've ever seen, in a long time. And the Chun-Li. Oh my god. Chun-Li face look a little weird though. She look like
Chun-Li face look weird regardless.
Yeah.
That Mega Man, I like that.
You know what I mean? This solidified, like, yo, all right, GameStop, you got me. You know what I mean? Take that.
How much was it?
It is 200, but with tax and shipping is like 240 something.
Okay.
But yeah, man, Marvel vs. Capcom. Anybody excited for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
Hell yeah. I can't wait.
Yo, if you were to list, I'm gonna go on the Capcom side, because I know on the Marvel side is gonna be like a huge, you know, debate and all that stuff. But if you was to list one character you want to see from the Capcom side, who would it be? I'm gonna tell you right off of the rip with me, it's Jin Sayatone.
That's the one with the machine arm, right?
Bring my man Jin back, man. That was one of my favorite dudes from the original one, man. I used to rock out with that guy, yo. One of the best themes too.
What's old boy name? Old boy name with the saber sword. I forgot his name.
Strider?
No, not Strider. He had like a lightsaber sword. I forgot his name. Him.
I know you're talking about, but I keep forgetting his name too.
Yeah, that's who I would want back for sure.
Anybody else?
I'm trying to think. If I could have any character from only person I can think of is Skullomania.
Who, Skullomania from the EX?
From Rival Schools, yep.
Okay, yeah, Skullomania is a popular character from the EX. Oh, you talking Hayato?
Yeah, Hayato. Yeah.
Yeah. Or they could put the guy from Onimusha in the game just to spice it up.
Anybody else?
Like, I want to see somebody who's never been put in a fighting game before in there.
Nah, I'm trash a fighter, so it don't. I'll be real with you, so you know, I really ain't got no.
Hey, you know, I want to give a shout out to Crunk. Yo, I remember when Street Fighter V came out. Crunk girl said, "I'm gonna learn this game," but she picked one of the hardest characters to learn with, and she picked Fang. Yo, the lowest tier.
I still like Fang too. I just like because it's different.
The lowest tier character and one of the hardest characters to use. Yo, Crunk said, "Yo, I'm gonna learn this game with Fang." I was like, "Yo, I respect it."
I actually like Fang though. He was cool. I just don't like picking the game and picking the character everybody picked. I just didn't like it. And I also like Chun-Li. That was like my second character I learned.
Hey, Chun-Li classic.
Yeah, I like Chun-Li, but it was just, I don't know. I'm that type of person. I don't like to pick what everybody else be picking. I want to pick a person who's difficult. Not even just difficult, just somebody new. Like, if I ever get another fight, like if I get like a Mortal Kombat or any type of fighter, I always pick a character nobody plays with. It's just me.
I definitely like that too. That, you know.
Same thing with Kev. You see who Kev fight with? Nobody fights with him.
But Kev, you know who Kev gonna pick. Kev like the grapplers, man, the big bodies. But yeah, man, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite coming out very soon. I think September it comes out. So and I know a lot of people have been complaining about the graphics of the game. I'm like, yo, people, this game got like 5-6 months before it comes out. They are gonna, shine that stuff up, man. It's the gameplay is what you're looking. Is what you're looking at. The mechanics is what you're looking at. You know what I mean? Like fighting games, the graphics is always like a plus, but you definitely want to see how the gameplay is looking. From the gameplay standpoint, I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. But yeah, moving along, Darksiders 3 has been leaked, but then it became official the next day that this game is coming out 2018 for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. But I just want to say this too. Matter of fact, let's talk about this before anything. But matter of fact, let me bring this up. I don't know where we get this stuff with gamers that we're starting to complain about like female leads now. Like, where is this coming from, man?
Yeah, I don't know where that comes from. Jesus,
I don't know what's going on here, man. Like, even back then there were female leads. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. What is going on?
People forget Samus was a girl.
Yeah, like
The 7 realms need your help.
it's crazy. It's crazy nowadays how people see a game and like, oh my god, this doesn't line up with the lore. There's no.
Yo, it's like
the lore of what though? Like, I don't get it.
It's like the dudes who crying about there being females inside Call of Duty because it's not realistic, but then be happy about zombies. Like, dudes just pull stuff out their ass because they want to hear their voice heard.
But how is that not realistic with COD when there are females in the military? I don't get that.
No,
but not
even
in
that is complete and total bullshit.
In multiplayer,
females for zombies.
It's never like realistic. It's always like to express yourself. It's not like to be like serious as far as the character anyway.
I mean, as far as like the folks being mad about females being in games, I don't know what it is, man. I think it's some people forcing their personal ideologies into gaming, or dudes just DL on the DL. I don't know, man. Like the only reason why I say this is because I can never see myself angry to play as a female, because y'all know me. I play as female anyway. Like, anything I play, if there's a choice between the genders, I'm choosing the female regardless. So I don't get where this stigma comes from. But
you know what got me on that persona? Like back in the day, I'm the same way. I tend to choose a female gamer, and what got me doing that was you remember Streets of Rage? I always chose a chick, and ever since then I always. Dude's a suspect.
Yeah, I create. I play with females by choice and everything. Like, if the council, if we all playing the game, they already know Persona already picked the girl. Hell yeah, I picked the girl. You already know what this is. Like,
that's me. Like, if he's a creative character, I would never create like a female character, anything like that. If it was like a preset character like Streets of Rage, like you can choose between, there's times where I might pick the female character as well, like, or it's just the lead character. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? It's just I'm not gonna go out my way on Twitter and bitch at devs and all that stuff. Like, hey man, why is there a female?
But this goes to show, like, folks is pushing their personal beliefs and stuff like that too far into gaming. It's just like with the stuff with the whole Roger not being in Tekken 7. Like, the things that happen in the real world shouldn't affect how a game is made, because it's a game, it's fantasy, it's fake, nothing's real about it. Nothing's real. It's put there for entertainment. How many dudes go to a strip club and watch a female dance, but you don't want to play with a female on the game? Like, come on, like, you guys don't make any sense.
Facts.
Like, are you going to porn sites and watching gay porn? I doubt it. So what's the difference with this? Like, everything else that involves a female is fine, but this is taboo for some reason, and it's like, yo, this should be the one that doesn't bother you the most. If anything, this is fake.
Hey man, I hate to cut you off, but I do want to thank you guys for having me on. I actually got a dip. Happy wife, happy life situation. So
I understand.
I gotta get up out of here. But thank you guys for having me, man. I would love to come on again and chop it up with you guys, man. So everybody know, man, this is my PlayStation family, man. I rock with these guys, and like I said, we go back and forth, but I know it's all love at the end of the day. And shout out to what you guys do, man. I'm gonna make sure everybody needs to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, man. These are good people. And I'll back them any day of the week, man.
Shit, though.
All right, yo. Appreciate you coming through.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks for coming,
You too, man.
Fame, no doubt.
All right, Fame. The wife.
That's my man, Fame. I'm going to have his, link in the description so you guys can subscribe to his channel. Very cool guy. Have a dope podcast. The Double XP podcast is very, very different from a lot of podcasts. Because there's times where they change roles, because Fame is more preferable to Xbox, and he will have like Nicodemus and Crunk, their PlayStation. They will switch roles, being like a PlayStation fanboy and an Xbox fanboy. But it's mad fun. Also, he has debates on there, but everybody is scared, I guess, debates and stuff. But if you ever want to debate somebody, go and holler at Fame, man. He definitely set it up for you and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, I don't understand the whole female thing.
Yo, Psycho Gamer said, I like to immerse myself into games, so I typically don't play as a female.
Well,
I don't get that.
Well, see, when some people play games like, let's say, Final Fantasy 14, some people play those games as in putting themselves in the game.
Yeah.
And then you have people like, I have a character, my main character is a male character based after me. When I was trying to get my wife to play Final Fantasy 14, I made a female character. And I was like, oh, hey, look, you can do all this customizations and stuff. And see, look, I'm going to go ahead and level her up a little bit so you can get on and play. You don't have to do no scrub stuff at the beginning. But there's nothing wrong with having a female character. Actually, I know some people that say it's gay to play with a male character if you play a third-person game because all you're looking at is man ass the whole time.
No, but
I see some other shit. I see some other shit where they said if you create a male character and he don't look like you create your dream, man. Some shit.
I mean, look, and this is crazy, right? You have games like Conan. And everybody know where I'm going with Conan on PC. If you play Conan on PC and you adjusting your junk on the game, gay. ain't no way around that. Any game that gives you a junk adjustment, why are you playing that game?
But you know what? Though? As a female, I don't play as women most of the time. The only female, like I play with sometimes, but most of the time I play as a guy. It's just something. I mean, I really don't get what's the big deal though.
Are you adjusting? Are you putting the sliders for his junk?
Nah, I ain't doing all that, man. That's
yeah. You imagine that
that's a little too much customization. Just a little.
Somebody's in the character selection screen and they adjusting the ball sacks.
I ain't with all that, man. That's too much.
That's too much customization.
Nah, that ain't little too much. That's way too much.
I don't remember what game it was.
The person's like, maybe you need to be a little bit bigger.
I know what game it was. It was Saints Row. I was at my homeboy house when Saints Row just came out. I went to go see what it was because I never played Saints Row. I think it was Saints Row the 3rd he was playing. And the dude's creating his character, and the dude he's stand up, start looking at himself and start adjusting the character. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm adjusting my sex appeal. I'm like, you gay mother.
Yo, I'm in agreement with Chuck. I never really, think this hard. Like I normally have like a preset type of character that, I'm gonna come up with. And if I'm feeling lazy, I'm just gonna like, I go to default character. Like I don't really mess around with that stuff. Like I know for sure I don't create female characters in games though. I'm like, that's just me. I don't do that. If I was doing a creation game, but if there's a game where I have a female, I don't mind that at all.
I don't either. Like there's games like Tomb Raider and Horizon with Aloy. Shoot, I like playing as females. Or like Destiny, I made a female character. I didn't make a guy character.
My strongest character on DC Universe is a female.
I don't get it. Like some people, I mean, like Persona say when he have a game, most of the time he's playing as a woman. And nothing wrong with it. It's a lot of people who like that.
I don't like to put makeup on hair and change her hair purple and all that. I don't.
Oh,
Well, no. Persona be trying to make the bunny ears brigade.
Hey, yo, but moving along real quick. Yo, the God of War rumors is ramping up. I just want to say it here. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna wait. And then when the time comes, I'm gonna have the video ready. I'm just gonna play it. But God of War release date rumor suggested September 2017 PS4 launch. How believable of this rumor do you think this is?
It's believable. I'm just ready to see what they're gonna do, man. I mean, I don't care when it comes out, because right about now, PlayStation's been on a roll with their games. So whenever they want to put it out, I trust that they know what they're doing, because they've been pretty consistent about when they drop games and where they place them. So we'll see. And I think God of War can do pretty good if that's the date right there. If I actually wouldn't mind them putting it in November or any other fall date, because I think God of War can stand up to a lot of games just because it's that quality of a game. People love God of War. So we'll see. I said 2017 after they was talking about it, and they was like, it may come, and they further along than what I thought. So they've been outdoing me before. So shoot, whenever they ready to bring it, I'm be ready.
Facts. Anybody else? Do you believe it? 2017 September, God of War PS4.
I believe it. Because PlayStation ain't playing with these games. And every game that we thought was getting delayed or was coming out later, from Street Fighter 5 on up, pretty much been coming out. So why not?
You remember that Street Fighter 5 was supposed to be a 2018 title?
Let everybody tell it. It's supposed to be a 2018 title.
I think they were further along than what we thought, but I still, yeah, they did say that though. They said that shit wasn't coming to 2018, 2019.
Hey, I don't put nothing past these people these days. Ain't no telling how long they've been working on it. And the stuff we saw last year looked like the game was damn near done. So
yeah, what we saw last year, that shit looked fantastic. Me, Barry, and who else was in here? We was in here screaming like, man, we was in here screaming when we seen that God of War. Man, listen.
The level of detail of the stuff that we saw last year was crazy. Like, you know, it's good enough to see it, but then to know that they had the snake that was wrapped around the world in the background, you could see it moving. No, that game almost finished.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, that gameplay was way too long for them to be so early. Like, yo, it's gonna come out 2018 or whatever. Like, when I saw that, I was like, yo, 2017 right away. You know what I mean? Where people were saying, oh, these games are coming out 2019 and beyond. I was like, there's no way Sony is showing these games that's coming out 2019 and beyond. Only game I can see that's coming out probably that long is the Kojima game. But everything else was in that timeline of 2017 to 2018.
You know what I think?
Because Shenmue 3, we ain't heard nothing about that.
But Shenmue 3, like, I get updates on that game all the time. It's still slated for 2017. According to the devs, they haven't said anything about it being delayed or anything.
I'm gonna say 2018 on that joint there. I don't believe it's coming. I mean,
we'll see.
God of War, if it does come, and if it doesn't,
y'all hear me? Hello?
Yo, we hear you now.
Yeah,
my fault. I was gonna say, I think it'll drop in 2018, early, like the way they did Horizon, like a February release, just because PlayStation is gonna be eating so good this holiday off all them third-party marketing deals that they're gonna want to capitalize off all that. So I think they may just pull that out and just let PlayStation eat off this third-party money and off these third-party sales.
This is why I disagree with that, because at the end of the day, regardless of how many third-party deals you have, you still have to represent for your platform with a game. You know what I mean? PlayStation has been getting bashed, even though, yeah, we know there's exclusives on there, but the people that is not really into PlayStation like that, like these Xbox guys been saying PlayStation have no games for the holiday season when they still have more exclusive games. every year than Xbox in the holiday season, but they don't count those games. So you know what I'm saying? For PlayStation to have a huge exclusive like God of War for the holiday season, that just makes your platform look even better and more appetizing to purchase. You know what I mean? That you have these marketing deals being promoted, these games being promoted on PlayStation, then you have a huge exclusive. I really think PlayStation going to have at least 2 huge exclusives in the holiday season as far as like October, November, December. That's my prediction.
What do you think those games are going to be?
God of War and Days Gone, or it's going to be.
It'll be Days Gone for sure.
It's going to be either Days Gone or Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo is coming out this year. I thought.
Already. I even believe that Spider-Man is coming out this year.
Nope. They're gonna push that. Nope.
That's man, Spider-Man VR gonna be out.
God of War doesn't come this year. I think Spider-Man coming. It's one of the other.
They're not gonna put Spider-Man out until 2018. That's
one of
the 2018 title.
Days Gone, Spider-Man, God of War, all this year.
I agree with both.
Bro, you asking for?
No. I don't think all of those are dropping. At least one out of those 3 is dropping this fall. One of them.
I think Days Gone and Gran Turismo.
Yeah, we still don't know about Detroit. We still don't know when that's coming out.
Nah, Detroit, they already said that's 2018.
Yeah, that's 2018.
Yeah,
I think 2018 will be Detroit, Spider-Man, and God of War, and holiday will be Days Gone and GT.
Now, GT gonna be most likely summer.
Summer this year?
Yeah, they got to keep up with the racing circuit.
But I do believe if GT gets pushed, it's gonna be early September or like late August. But the thing is, I do believe that Spider-Man is gonna come out. It might not come out the day or the week of the movie, but it will come out soon. It will come out close to the movie. Regardless of it's not being relatable to the movie, that would be such an idiotic move to have that game come out a year after a huge movie like that. You know, people are just going to buy the game. Yeah, just because.
Wait, what about Hellblade?
Hellblade is already confirmed for 2017.
That might
you know what I mean? Days Gone, I do believe that game's coming out due to what the devs have been saying. And I've been saying this for the longest, that God of War is going to be out 2017 as well. It's just marketing, man. If you follow marketing, it makes perfect sense to have those games come out in 2017.
And then you have to consider this. Let's say the Scorpio drops and there's a huge reception to the Scorpio. What would convince a PlayStation gamer to not go to a Scorpio?
Exclusive.
What would
games?
There you go. So they can drop a Scorpio all they want to. Let Spider-Man drop and let Days Gone drop and let GT Sport drop and something else, old Sleep Dreams in there somewhere. And
I thought Dreams got canned.
Now Dreams is 2018.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you can sneak something in somewhere. There's options of games that's damn near finished. God of War can get in there somewhere. There's no reason. They should release God of War on Scorpio release day.
Whatever
day that is.
That would be the ultimate petty.
You also gotta remember this too. Shuhei Yoshida said it himself before 2016 was over, that 2017 will be the year for the games. Everybody know who Shuhei Yoshida is. He is one of the leaders of the first party studios. You know what I'm saying? Him saying something like that, he's not talking about third party, because that's the games that's going to always come. He's talking about his own developing studios. Those games are dropping, I'm telling you. But
it's gonna be crazy if it does.
It's better to have the games out than to not have them out, because you could be people like waiting for Scalebound for 4 years, or still waiting for the Crackdown 3 multiplayer to come out, or Crackdown 3 or Fable Legends or Scalebound.
Yo, you know what's crazy? If you go on the PlayStation blog right now, like I'm about to give you guys the plugs for the Golden Week. They even promoting Spider-Man right now.
Spider-Man the movie?
No, the game. Spider-Man the game is plastered all over the PlayStation blog site. You know what I mean? Like, why are you promoting this game if it's such a far-fetched game in 2018?
They really released that this year, man. I hope it's I hope it's
Go,
beefy.
go.
There's no
go
reason for them not to drop that by the movie.
Yeah, there's
But
no
I'm
reason.
hoping that it's beefy. Like I want it to have like a lot of substance, a lot of gameplay. I don't want it to just be a, technically beautiful or graphically beautiful, and then it has no substance. That's my only worry.
They've been working on this game for a pretty long time now. But I'm just saying, like, it will make perfectly sense. You the potential sales is going to be much bigger than you releasing this game. You know what I mean? That next year, just like Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like Star Wars, people bought Star Wars just because the movie came out the same year. Just like this year, the movie is coming out this year. People's gonna just buy that game because it's not that it coincides. It's just like, oh, I'm in the Star Wars movie. I just watched this movie. Let me go get the game. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's just me. Michy agree with me. Persona, Jaleesa having doubts over there, but you guys gonna see.
We'll see.
When it all pans out on E3 and I'm just gonna turn around.
Doubts, man. It's just.
It's gonna get bought regardless of when it comes out. But I'm
gonna go down.
I'm just being real. I'm just being realistic. I feel like
that's too much.
Out of one of those three, God of War, Days Gone, or Spider-Man, one of those is coming out in the fall.
Yeah.
Two of them come out, all three. I'd be excited as hell, but I don't know.
I doubt all three of those will come
out. When these games come out this year, I'm going to North Kakalaki to say I told you. Then I'm going to fly all the way to Cali to tell Chuck, yo, Chuck, where is my damn game? Because Chuck made a bet with me, and that's what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? And we going to get it on the 100. But yo, let me get into these plugs. Real quick, because there's a huge ass sale on the PlayStation Store, up to 70% on Japanese inspired titles. Yo, you got Gravity, Rush, you got Digimon, Dragon Quest Builders, Blaze Blue Central Fiction. So many Japanese based titles is on the low right now. Blaze Blue I just got for $23. Central Fiction came out last year. 2016, haven't played it yet, but $23, we're going to do a tournament.
Facts.
And
they had a sell on everything, just like last week. I'm pretty sure Street Fighter V would have been in there, but they just had season 1 and 2 on sale last week for $40.
Yo, that's crazy because the season pass alone, it's the 2 season pass alone is like 25, so that's 50. So you getting the game, the season passes for $40. That's a good deal.
Well, I'm gonna say shouts out to that Digimon Cyber Sloth for $29. If you like JRPGs and you never played Digimon before, that shit is awesome. That was my first Digimon game. That joint is awesome. Go pick that up. That's a real good $29. And Barry them can tell you, I played that game religiously.
Yeah, that was a good game. I didn't get World Order because I know I was gonna have no time to play that. But for this sale, we never know. But yo, a good game. Exodus Archive they got for $18.
That's a steal.
Even Near Armada is on sale. That joint is on sale.
Yeah,
Very Fencer.
Nice of
Very Fencer, $10. I was close to snatching that down.
Very Fencer. It's pretty cool.
Knights of Azor is on sale. That's a great game.
For all you platinum chasers. Sword Art Online Lost Song is there. That's one of the easiest platinums you can get.
Yeah, that's a fun platinum too. Grab that.
What the Tales games is on sale.
Get back on Realization. I bought that Earth Dawn game too.
Saint Seiya right now for $15. So I got this game. I got it for $15. Matter of fact, this game was always on sale. But you pick this game up, man. Saint
Seiya's got a lot of free DLC too, so definitely pick that up. Like a lot of free stuff
on sale right now too. If you didn't pick it up for free.
Michi's favorite game last year, Star Ocean 5.
They got God Eater. They got God Eater 2 for $20. Snatch that up. What are you doing?
Yo, Besteria for $39. Go get that. Yeah, God Eater 2. Yeah, man, there's a lot of good games on here.
This is a good sale. I ain't even fronting. Like this is a pretty dope sale.
The worst part about that sale is that I almost own everything in that sale already.
Yo, Shenron Kagura, $18. Pick that game up.
Yeah, I was tempted, but I was like,
pick that up, yo. You want a good game?
Don't they have Akiba Strip in there?
Akiba Strip? Yeah. Let me see.
If you've never played Akiba Strip, That's
No,
one of
no,
the
no, they don't
best.
have it.
Oh, I
They
don't
don't have
see
a keyboard.
it.
Nah,
That's
it's not.
shocking.
I was gonna say because that's always on sale. If you,
Mhm.
that's one of the best games you can play if you just want some walk around, fighting people randomly action.
Mhm. Hey, pick up that Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. We'll be having another tournament for that soon.
Yeah, that was a dope. And
$18.
speaking of tournaments, man, yo, let me pull this up. I just want to give everybody a heads up. I know the articles is out and all that stuff, but a lot of people like to hear the stuff instead of reading the stuff sometimes.
King of Fighters, $36. That's not bad.
Yo, we have the full schedule for the online arcade tournaments. Some of the tournaments have been updated because we recently added 2 new tournaments where we're going to be having a anime fighting game weekend. That is going to be on July 1st and July 2nd. So July 1st is going to be Guilty Gear XR Rev 2 tournament. It's Blue Central Fiction tournament the next day on the 2nd. Both of those tournaments are going to have a prize pot of $50 for the winner and $20 for second place. That is a light version tournament, so that's heads up for anybody that is curious about that. Chaos Code, Codes of Chaos tournament is coming up very soon, May 13th. That's going to be hosted on Persona's channel. So everybody that make sure you guys sign up and pay attention to the description. I already said in the beginning that you got to put your PSN ID in the discussion area so we can chart who all the participants are that's going to be fighting in the tournament, because Chaos Code does not have an invite to lobby system. It's just join. So we gotta distinguish between who's participating and who's just a random that's trying to get into the lobby. So that is very important. So far, we got 13 people that signed up. I know a few more people that's going to be signing up very soon to there. So it's going to be a healthy crowd for Chaos Code tournament. So yeah, then we're going to have Injustice 2 tournament later on this month. That's going to be a 2-day tournament. It's also going to be a light tournament as well. And that's going to be hosted on Persona's channel as well. I'm going to commentate with him on that one. And Chuck is going to be doing Chaos Code with Persona on that one for that tournament. Then there is Street Fighter V Ultimate Battle. That is a premier tournament like the previous Street Fighter tournament. So you know what to expect from there. If you're interested, you can sign up. PF4 does cross battle on Street Fighter V. Also, we're going to have the Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2 tournament. That is going to be taking place on June 24th for the PF4. You can sign up for that tournament today. That is going to be hosted on Chuck's channel, Chuck Gaming. So make sure you go subscribe to Chuck. Matter of fact, I think that's going to be hosted on Twitch. So yeah, you're going to have to check it out on Twitch. We're going to have the link for that, but still subscribe to Chuck channel on that. But yo, you can sign up for that tournament today. So Xenoverse 2, a lot of characters. We're going to be explaining the rules on that very soon, and probably like a live stream. Also with the other ones too that we already mentioned. A Tekken 7 tournament has been announced, but there's no date as of right now. But I'm just letting people know that is going to be a premier tournament. It's probably going to be like around like August, probably mid-August for that tournament. But I will keep everybody updated with that. But so there is a Tekken 7. If anybody's interested in that, there will be that. Also on Twitter, you can go on my Twitter. On my Twitter, there's a poll going on right now. You will see it because on the top is a pinned tweet where you can vote to see the next fighting game that you want to see. Is between Skullgirls, King of Fighters. What else I had on there? Nitro Plus Blasters, and I forgot what else I had on there. Let me check. But anyway, go ahead and vote on Twitter to see what fighting game you like to watch or participate in. So far, King of Fighters is definitely leading the charge. I think that has like 40-some%. Oh, and Ultra Street Fighter 4. So yeah, 42% for King of Fighters, definitely leading the charge out here. And then Ultra Street Fighter 4 is in second place with 27% of the votes. So yeah, I just want to give that heads up for all the tournaments that we do here for the online arcade. It's something very different that you're doing on YouTube, you know, just to bring more entertainment and build like, you know, a nice little community here for people that play games on YouTube, man. So definitely check that out. Also, you can check us out on Patreon, the online arcade. It is not mandatory for you to watch or participate, but you know, if you do want to donate and because you do like what we're doing here, definitely check out the Patreon on the online arcade. Just search that on Patreon. The link will be in the description below. We definitely have the different little tiers for everybody to donate. And yeah, man, you don't have to do it, but we definitely appreciate anybody that do it. And to shout out the people that do donate or do support the Patreon, I want to give a big shout out to my man Dre. You know what I mean? Over there at Hard Knock Gamers. You know, that's a huge supporter right there. Then we have my man AG the God, AG for God, supporting the Patreon for the online arcade. Then we got my man Wolfflow, having his podcast every Sunday. Definitely go check out my man Wolfflow. Definitely appreciate, you know, he's supporting the online arcade as well. Then we got Upchuck Gaming supporting the online arcade. Definitely appreciate that. Persona, Gaming with Persona supporting the online arcade. Definitely appreciate that. And then we got my homegirl CC. You know what I mean? One of the first ladies of the council with Timbo Battle, Angelisa. She is supporting the online arcade, man. Definitely appreciate everybody that do support. You know, much love. Let's say a special shout out. So definitely thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. Heads up, anybody that do donate or support the online arcade, there will be a payment post this month. Because like I said, the only time we'll ever be charging anybody for the Patreon is during the month prior to a premiere tournament. So yeah. So next month is going to be a premiere tournament with Street Fighter 5. So this month is going to be a charge post, and it will charge you on the first day of the month. So June 1st, look for like a notification say you're gonna get charged for, you know, Patreon or whatever like that. Just want to explain that stuff. I know that's, you know, the boring stuff, but I just want to explain that for everybody. But yeah, into this topic. You guys see the title, and you know, I just wanted to ask this. You know what I mean? The council definitely play, you know, a lot of different games out here, but I definitely want to ask the council and, you know, people that want to participate in the chat, you can answer as well. But the importance of a single player games this day and age, is it important to you or not? And explain why. So is single player games still important in this day and age for you? If it's not, explain why. Who want to go first? Anybody want to go first?
I mean, I can go first. Let me grab the puppy so she don't make no noise. Oh, she's already making noise. Oh, close the door on you. You lose. The importance of single player games and stories. Yeah. See, I'm a little bit older than everybody else. I'm 22.
You old in Persona.
Yeah. But I come from a time where, you know, we had to actually read books. You know, we didn't have all these movies and everything, you know. You just had like the basic cartoons that came on TV in the morning, the Tom and Jerry's, the Looney Tunes, you know. We just had our regular stuff. We didn't have like, if you wanted to know about a comic book character, you had to read a comic book. You didn't have all the movies and everything and the cartoons available. Nobody knew about the dark side of DC unless they read a book. People didn't know those people exist. People watch Constantine right now and don't know that he's a DC character.
Facts.
I say that to say this. when you go to watch a movie, do you watch a movie for the action, or do you watch a movie to see what story it tells? If you go to watch Guardians of the Galaxy and all you want to see is action, that's fine. You'll probably find plenty of it. If you're going to watch Guardians of the Galaxy and you're trying to find a story to tell, that story is subpar. Spoiler alert.
Hey, watch out.
But
They like
anyway, I play single player games because I'm trying to figure out what was on the person who made this game's mind. Like, multiplayer is fine and all good and everything, but like, if I was to play Gears of War, why are you still making Gears of War? You can make a multiplayer spin off of that if you want to, but why do you continue to put this story in the game? Like, what is there? What story are you trying to tell? That's what you get from playing the story. You can get a game like Halo 5, and a lot of people didn't, well, from what I saw, didn't like the way Halo 5 was going, the way it was directed, and some stuff happens in the story, and people didn't exactly like it. But that's the beauty of having a story to tell. Because everybody's not going to like every story. But you as a game maker, it's your job to tell a good story if you're going to put one there. Killzone Shadowfall. I can't tell you if people like that story. I honestly can't. The reviews are so mixed. Some people love the game, they think it's beautiful, but the story sucks. And they're entitled to that opinion. What would make Killzone a better game? Definitely a better story, because the multiplayer is much harder than people care to play. You look at a game like Infamous. People loved Infamous story. You had people that knocked the Order 1886 for having a repetitive boss. But nowhere do you hear people knocking Order 1886's actual storytelling. Like, that's an excellent story. I mean, screw the boss. To see where he goes, where he come from to where he ends up, excellent storytelling. I tell everybody every day, Final Fantasy 14. That's the best story told since what, 2012? And there's been some great games. But to go through what Final Fantasy 14 puts you through, ain't nothing like it. You see the stuff in the very opening cutscene of Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn. They got Bahamut coming down and wiping everything out, and you see these people fighting on the battlefield. They don't explain that until, well, they didn't explain that until last year. You got to wait for that story for 3 years, and they built on that constantly. And every time they add some DLC story-wise, the community comes right back to see what the hell's going on. Stormblood drops after E3. You think they're not going to show some Stormblood stuff at E3? People want that story. They don't care. You can interact right now if you want to. We can PvP and do all the other stuff. That story is what's going to bring people back. And that's what you need. Uncharted. Why do people love Uncharted? Because the story's good. Screw the multiplayer.
I mean, I like the multiplayer.
I mean, yeah, it's fun, but
you're connected
the story's
to
where it's at.
because of the campaign.
Yeah. I agree.
The Last of Us. The multiplayer's fun. The story's where it's at. You can't beat some of these games. You have a game like Gran Turismo Sport, because we're not going to pick on Forza. Gran Turismo Sport. I can guarantee you that the story in that's not going to be great at all. You're just going to be racing. So you'll play that and be like, I had fun driving, but I can put it down. What was one of the final points of NBA 2K16? Everybody tell you they enjoyed playing the single player story, the My Career thing.
Yeah.
People love that story. You didn't get that in 2K, not like that.
Yeah, last gen we didn't get that until like the end of the generation. We had a My Career, but it was like people were making their own My Career. They were using GTA and all this other stuff to tell stories.
Yep. You got they put more of an emphasis on the storytelling and Road to the Show in MLB The Show. What's the use in that? Road to the Show was already good, but we want to kind of tailor this story that's happening to you. This is your experience, so let's make it more of a story. Shadow of Mordor. Why are you playing that? For the action or for the story? You trying to figure out what you got to do to get to where you got to go and who you got to take over to get there. I mean, I could just hack and slash all day, but the stories are where they're at. Batman Arkham Knight, all the Batman Arkham games.
Hello
I hadn't played the last Arkham Batman game, but everybody else I heard except for one person couldn't figure out how to use the car. Everybody loved the story.
Yo, Batman Arkham games are amazing, man.
Yeah, the stories are what make people play these games. They're what make people want these games. People want The Witcher, not because it's a fun game to play. It's a great story. Dragon Age got 3 of them. It's not a fun game, but it's a great story. You gotta have good stories. If you have a whack story, your gameplay has to be top notch. And it's 2017. We know tons of games that's not top notch. You'll find yourself struggling through a game. I've seen people complain about Quantum Break. It's a struggle. Star Ocean 5 for me. That was one of the worst games ever made. And my favorite game to pick on, because everybody's hyped for it, or they were, Final Fantasy 15. Trash. That story, that's a failure of a story. There's no DLC that can save that game. That story was messed up. And I don't think anybody even cares to play the DLC because the story was so bad. They beat the game, they put it up. You're not gonna play it, Bar. Stop.
I am. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna live stream it too, because I heard it's not that long, like each individual story. I mean, I paid for it, so I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, you paid for MLB The Show too, didn't you?
Yeah, but I already told you the reason why I got MLB.
Yeah. You are untrustworthy, sir.
Well, I mean,
I got MLB for one reason.
King Griffin.
That King Griffin.
Yeah.
I've already in a plaque.
Why do people buy Persona?
For the story, my dude.
Who bought me? What?
Story.
Oh yeah, you know you got bought.
The story.
Nobody's buying that for the gameplay. Oh, I can't wait to do one of these moves where everybody just comes out of nowhere. I don't know what it's called, but still the whole team attacks.
The all-out attacks. Nah, people play for the gameplay. Gameplay Persona is.
Yeah, I love the gameplay, but it's the story. It's a little bit of everything with Persona. But
if Persona had a bad story, nobody would play it.
Nah, because the sim aspect in Persona that it intertwines with the gameplay, so you are kind of playing it for like the gameplay as well.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of both, but for the most part, it's the story. Like every Persona's never had a bad story. None of the games have ever had a bad story.
The mystery and all that. That's what people really pay for.
Yeah, all 5. Like people think dancing all night. No, we ain't talking about those games. I hate when people bring up Persona and they always talk about the side pieces. The side pieces. Stop talking about the side piece games that nobody really was checking for. Like not the main series.
Yeah, they bring up dancing all night for the cross.
Yeah, I'm looking at these people like, you do know that's not a console game, right? That was
Fan service.
3DS. That was a 3DS game.
Yeah,
But
why
I
do
get
people
what-
buy Horizon?
Oh, I bought that jump for the story and gameplay. I think it's I think people buy games for certain things. Like there's some people who buy Call of Duty and they never touch the campaign. And then there's some people who like the multiplayer, but they actually kind of like the Call of Duty campaigns because they're actually not bad.
I was like that until COD Black Ops 1.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If the story is bad or people don't care about it, the gameplay has to be above like God level good.
But see, Call of Duty campaign, I think people just didn't give Call of Duty campaigns a chance because most of them joints was good. Black Ops 1 was immaculate.
Yeah, Black Ops 1 is good, but I think as far as like single player stories goes, I think because we've had like such this oversaturation of multiplayer based games, I don't want to say gamers kind of lost their way, but the judgment that people look at, the judgment that or criteria that people use when judging a game, unfortunately, multiplayer is put into that. You know, we've been conditioned as gamers to buy DLC now, microtransactions and things like that. You know, gaming has turned from, you know, something that's experience based solely experience based to, you know, what it is now. It's everything. But at the end of the day, with single player games, everybody, if you started gaming when you were a kid, everybody started on single player games. That was the driving factor to push people to want to continue to play games. It was the stories. You know, when you ask somebody what their favorite game was, they'll say Final Fantasy VII or some shit like that. Like, oh, why? Why is Final Fantasy VII your favorite Final Fantasy? There was no multiplayer in that. Oh, well, you know, Cloud going on this crazy adventure with Bar and them cross-dressing, doing all this crazy stuff. It was fun. The experience that Final Fantasy VII gave you was fun. And that's what pushed you to want to continue gaming. Now, fast forward to 2017, you know, folks is playing the CODs, they're playing the Battlefields, they're playing all these multiplayer-based games. So now, yes, playing with your friends and things like that is very fun. You know, when we were kids, you know, I remember I was young, you know, my friends from school used to come to my crib and we used to play games all the time. I used to bring the link cables to school and we used to battle. Like, you know, it is fun playing multiplayer-based games, but I still feel the most fun or the most personal experiences come from single player games, things that make you feel, you know, not to get, you know, weird or whatever, but you know,
Persona. All right, so let me ask you this. Ask you this question objectively. Do you think the impact of a single player based game, you know, do you think it lost its impact that it had before?
Impact as far as just single player games only?
Yeah,
I do, because you know you have a lot of developers that, you know, they put more into the multiplayer aspect of the game and the money portion of trying to get money out of you than they do into the experience. Me personally, when it comes to story and what I judge a story on, I don't just judge a story on I don't just judge a story off of, you know, just the story itself. I also judge it off the voice acting. I also judge it off the music in the game. Like you guys know, you know, I love music. So, you know, the music in the game, if it doesn't make me want to sit there and like hear the music, you know, a lot of those things in older games, they paid, you know, they did that. They paid close attention to those things and incorporated those things into their games. Nowadays, you know, it's multiplayer or die. So yeah, I do feel that single player games have lost their pizzazz, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But I still feel single player games are more important than multiplayer, because a single player game is a story that's created from nothing, that a developer has created to tell you so that you can experience. It's just like a movie, you know. This is you're playing a person's vision. Multiplayer is multiplayer. You throw something together and that's it. Boom, go play with your friends. And yes, you can have different experiences from that as well with your friends. But I don't know. I still feel single player is more important to me than multiplayer when it comes to games.
See, you can tell Bard being nice because he knew better than to ask me that question.
Yeah, because I don't think, me personally, I don't think, well, even asking objectively, not even just personally, I don't think single player games is losing any impact, because if you're looking at like the highest rated single player games, I mean just games in general, they're mostly single player games. You know what I mean? A lot of people will look at single player games and they'll be like, yeah, it's losing impact because of COD and Overwatch. But those games are not even as much, you know what I mean? Because for every single player game that doesn't sell well, there's also the multiplayer games as well, you know what I mean, that isn't selling well. You know what I mean? Like Overwatch, COD, you know, Star Wars, Battlefield, those are exceptions, you know what I mean? Those are just the norms.
But those communities also dwindle very quickly. You know, people say, oh, well, you know, a lot of single player games are one and done. What was the community at for For Honor? Like less than 20% after like 2 weeks. What was the community for what multiplayer game?
Ghost Recon's, I know it.
Ghost Recon, yeah. Ghost Recon's community dwindled very, very quickly.
Even though
it sold well, but nobody's playing.
You know what's funny too?
That's part of the problem.
You know what's funny?
Go ahead.
Check this out. The fact that people would say that single player games is not really, it doesn't have the impact, but everybody wants a single player story in their games. A lot of people is complaining about
Yes, thank you.
Battlefront when it first came out. I was like, oh, I'm not buying. Oh, Street Fighter, yeah, I'm not buying that. It don't have no single player. You know what I mean?
No.
But yeah, go ahead, Michy.
Let me go on ahead and say what you won't say because you're being too nice. You're trying to be a nice guy. The person who said this works for a specific company who has a track record of making some stories that aren't exciting or anything. That's all it is. So for him, yes, the single player stories have lost that impact because what fucking stories are they telling? They haven't told a good story since like 2010. Name the last good story that came out from Microsoft. You look on PlayStation side, there's nothing but good single player games coming out. Nintendo is a console full of single player games.
And not to be messed up, but didn't Horizon outsell Gears of War, which was a multiplayer based game?
It's not even about the sales though. You have the memorable experiences. You could take a game like PlayStation All-Stars and you can get characters from games that you know and love, from stories that you knew and love, and put them in the game. You can make that game on Xbox and you just getting popular figures from games that came out. There's not really any stories you love from there. Like, look at what they did with Killer Instinct. They wouldn't grab some characters and put them in Killer Instinct. And I'm like, who? You wouldn't got the what frog from Battletoads? I don't know them.
Yo, I have a question
Arbiter?
Yeah, I have a question here from 1 second. Hey man, Food, what up, man? I got a question here for the panel. So anybody can answer if they want. This is from Cody Tubes. He says, how can Microsoft enhance, innovate, and evolve multiplayer aspects? Should they concentrate on this strength instead of letting Sony force them into more single player?
What Microsoft needs to do is come out with a killer MMO. That's all they need. They need one killer MMO. They need a Final Fantasy 14. They need a DC universe before it was 4 years old, 5 years old. They need something new that tells a story but gets a lot of people involved so that people will be ready to take on a story again. Like, they need something. And because the regular stuff ain't working, the 4-player stuff ain't working. The 4-on-1 stuff like Evolve that they were so heavily invested in, you know, they got behind, that ain't working.
That bomb bad.
Like,
yo,
they did good at first, and then they just went to PC, and
that shit died.
Yo, to answer Cody 2's real quick, I personally don't think they need to just focus on multiplayer or, you know, evolve the aspects of multiplayer. I do believe if you're in a market and you're competing within that market, there's times where you do need to go off of what the leader of that market is doing. You need to have that single player game that is going to appeal to your audience as well. It's like saying Samsung, Sony, Panasonic, LG is in the same market for TVs. Is Samsung not going to create like a new TV to compete with the other, manufacturers? Yes. You know what I mean? So should Samsung go and make, something other than TV? Should they go and make a projector instead of a TV? Nah, don't stray away from what your competition is doing. You know what I mean? You have to compete. So I do think, Microsoft, you're going to have your multiplayer games, but you do need to have that single player aspect to draw people onto that platform. You know what I mean? You know, because there's a lot of people that are very intimidated by the multiplayer aspect of gaming because they don't want to compete. There's people that like Xbox that just want to play a single player game.
There's people on Destiny that I, like a lot of my old crew from Destiny 1, they wouldn't even play Crucible. They only like doing the raids and doing the strikes and that type of multiplayer aspect. of the game because that was fun and relaxing. They didn't want to deal with having the campers and the snipers and this guy lagging and all this like that stuff. They didn't want to deal with. They just wanted to play the game and relax. And I'll be honest, man. Like sometimes when I come home from work, and I'm super tired. Sometimes I don't want to sit there and because y'all know, y'all hear me in the chats. And for those that watch the live streams, y'all know I'm very, very, very competitive. So it's like I feel I have to win at everything. It's crazy. And when I don't, I get pissed off. And sometimes you come home from work, you don't want to deal with that. You just want to play a game and relax. So where do you go to do that? If everything's multiplayer based, where do you go to do that? You go to single player. Single player games are there for you to enjoy, relax. Like gaming doesn't always have to be competition. It's meant to be enjoyed.
I agree with that. I agree with that as well too, Persona. And another thing too, a lot of people saying they agree with Phil Spencer. I don't agree with Phil Spencer what he said about single player games are losing impact. I don't know who the fuck Phil Spencer think he is.
I'm telling you what he means is games like Voodoo Vince and goddamn what the fuck is that Phantom Dust?
But that's
the
key part right there. What you just said, Michy. I don't even know if you caught it. Well, what he means. Everybody's assuming what he means because it's a vague ass statement to begin with.
Yeah,
that's what I said though. I said that.
He's not gonna throw his company under the bus.
Everybody can interpret what he means and assume what he's saying. But that's as far as single player games not having the same impact, I still think single player games has always had the same impact because if say you play a good story, you're going to be talking about that good story for years upon years upon years upon years. Similar to like a good multiplayer that can be played upon years upon years. Yeah, the multiplayer game you're probably going to be playing every day, but there's still times where look, The Last of Us, there's people still talking about that story to interpret what they think the ending is about or what it could mean and stuff like that with that game. That's how impactful that game was. You know what I mean? Where you can still draw a very decent conversation from that game. Mm-hmm. But the multiplayer side too, people still play it. You know what I mean? But it's not. People still talk about the single player. You know what I mean?
Single player creates more of an. Go ahead, my fault.
No, there's people that you can still right now have a debate which Final Fantasy is better. 7
we ain't
or 6.
Talking about multiplayer. We talking about story. Because my favorite is 12.
Exactly. Those games have such a big impact where you can still draw a conversation and still talk about it in different ways. Everybody keep thinking it doesn't have the same impact because you're not playing it every day. No, a single player game, you're not going to play every day. The impact is going to have is how the experience you had from that single player, that story, the gameplay.
I was going to say, because there's games that I played where like I'll use Nier Automata for an example, because that's one of the games that really pulled at the heartstrings this gen. I played in Nier Automata, and for those that beat Nier, I know Barry, you beat Nier, so I know you understand what I'm saying. That A2 part of the story,
best part.
Experiencing that, experiencing that was some of the that story was really, really amazing. Amazing. That was a great story, and the way it ended off and the way everything got tied together through A2 story and all the shit you had to go through when you had to climb the tower, and remember the dual boss fight that you were doing. Experiences like that you can't get on you just can't. Shit like that you have to just experience yourself. Everything doesn't need to be,
or even the story of a certain boss in the game.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. A certain boss and the certain biblical tie-ins to certain things in the game. Shit like that you don't get from multiplayer. You know what I mean?
You got people like Sephiroth out there. Anytime Sephiroth show up, people trying to figure out what the fuck is he doing here. Because Sephiroth is who he is.
There's a certain respect to all right, Sephiroth here. What's going on?
Yeah. You know what I mean? I can't think of any stories that I played on Xbox that made me say, "Oh shit," or I almost teared up on. like on Final Fantasy 14, y'all know that's my game. And y'all ain't gonna play it, so I can spoil the shit out of it. When the shit happened to the queen, the little Lalafell chick, when the shit happened to her, we were like, yo, and then old dude went crazy. And I was like, oh shit. And then he ended up murking old dude beside him. And he's like, oh, this dude done lost his mind. And then old dude comes by and comes off. He's like, oh, this dude done got his arm cut off. You know, you go on a little slight emotional roller coaster for like 6 minutes. It's just like straight BS. You find out that Shiva was spawned from a dragon having a relationship with a woman. You're like, damn, really? That's how they did it in this Final Fantasy? And you'd be like, that's crazy. But the way they tie everything in, you see that the dragons and the humans they were peaceful. And then a dragon got jealous and killed the dude's girl. And shit went left. And then you understand why the dragons went crazy and why the humans were fighting them and everything. It all makes sense. But you don't get those kind of stories on Microsoft. You don't get none of them. So that's the best story they had recently.
But you gotta realize too, like Sony has always been the person that brings you extremely well thought out stories in different franchises. And my thing is, like, I saw CycleGamer talking about some of Microsoft's games and how the single player games haven't been profitable and all this type of shit. I don't give a fuck about being profitable. I give a fuck about them trying. There's gamers out there that are on the Xbox who like story-based games. They want Microsoft to give them good story-based games. They don't give a fuck about the profits. They want, like, most of these people who are buying these games they're not worried about putting money in these motherfuckers' pockets or what they 401k looking like. Like, they just want games.
You know what's worse though? What's worse, this or what Phil Spencer said with this, or what Don Matrix said at the beginning? Because remember, they got rid of Don Matrix because of that shit that he said.
Yo, that's a good ass point for someone.
But this is they got rid of Don Matrix because of what he said with well, if you don't have internet, there's something for you, Xbox 360. And Phil Spencer saying this, which is along the lines of the same thing. He's saying, look, we want to have microtransactions and we want to have multiplayer games because they're more profitable. That sounds worse than what Matrix said. I'd rather hear what Matrix said than this.
You just said something really impactful right there.
I don't even think. Well, go ahead, my bad.
The experiences that you're getting all story driven, they're all the Xbox 360 titles. You ain't getting no new Xbox One stuff. You getting Xbox 360 stuff.
Oh damn. Yeah, you know what's crazy too? Like I said, his statement is very generic, where you can interpret it so many ways. He came out saying that Xbox is not going to stop making single player games and blah blah blah, explaining his statement. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like that is a statement that a head of a platform should even be saying. You know what I mean? Something like that. Like, that is just crazy. Like, this guy needs to just relax and shut the hell up sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like somebody that's not into gaming news so much, you know what I mean? Or not really following this guy on Twitter and checking out his tweets and all that bullshit. But somebody that's just, vaguely just, browsing through the news, and they see an article come out, oh, Phil Spencer, oh, I know, oh, head of Xbox, okay. Single player game, games like Horizon and Zelda, don't have the impact. Single player games have the impact like once or whatever. Somebody's looking at it, oh, damn, I'm not gonna buy an Xbox. Like, I like single player games. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, why would I buy an Xbox? If the head of Xbox saying something like that, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you should be trying to push the agenda as far as having as much games on a platform to please all your consumers. You know what I mean? Like, yo, for me, it just looks like you're making like a cop out of, oh, here's the reason why you might not see these type of games on this platform. And like I said, he's been saying a whole bunch of stuff, trying to clear up what he's been saying, but I go more for action. And from what I've seen, yeah, you have games like Quantum Break, but is there going to be a Quantum Break 2? You know what I'm saying? You have other single player games, but do you see the sequel to it? People diss Knack, but guess what? There's a Knack 2 coming. You know what I mean?
And you know what? That I will give Sony so much praise because I saw who was it? I think Knight. I think that was who made that comment about if it doesn't make he was like no profit, no sequel. I'm glad Sony don't think that way. I'm glad Sony does not think that way. They will try and they'll try again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only certain games that they just don't have a sequel to, like, say, a Mag, or what's another game that didn't get a sequel? Haze didn't get a sequel. But it's very far and few between that don't at least get a sequel to see if they can do something with it. If that was the case, we wouldn't have an Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3.
Yep. Yo, that's true. You're
like,
absolutely right.
We wouldn't have those games because the first Uncharted didn't do that well. A lot of people didn't even know about Uncharted 1 until Uncharted 2 came out.
I just don't.
If you watch the Naughty Dog, go ahead, my fault.
I don't think the investment for the gamer to not to say have a new experience or nothing like that, but you know, there's a certain experiences that is not the most popular experience, but you still take that risk just for, you know, the people that support your platform, whether it's like that platform. You still have those type of games, and I just don't feel like Microsoft is willing.
Yeah, T-Main Fook brought up a good point.
Those risks.
He said, honestly, you got to blame the Xbox fan base for what Phil said. They ain't supporting those single player games.
Man, look, I said it earlier. I'll say it again. People hyped up Forza Horizon 3. They talked about it getting those scores on Metacritic and everything else. And the people who bought the game, they don't like the game enough to not drive across the damn grass. It's crazy. People not unlocking the online multiplayer part. Trying to tell me of all these people, 23% of people playing online that got Forza Horizon 3? 23%? That's a failure. People not even getting to level 20. And it's not like getting to level 20 is hard.
You know it's the craziest thing though, Michy, the fact that there are people out there that do like, you know, single player experiences, but they're like settling for this quote, or they're coming up with ways to say that, yeah, you know, maybe he is making sense because single player games are losing their muster or their impact. Like, yo, if you like a certain type of games, I don't even think you should be agreeing with this statement. Like, yo, you want to see the games that you like. Like, I feel like people are letting these representatives of these platforms dictate what they like from gaming.
Mm-hmm. Yo,
you know what I mean?
Preach it, Barry. Keep on, bro.
This is how you know how scary of a company Microsoft is. And I'm gonna call them scary because they're scared to take risks. They put all this emphasis on multiplayer games, and they got behind Neverwinter, but they never tried to do a game like Final Fantasy 14 that they would have to make cross-play with PS4, because that's the only way you're gonna have it. You have to play with PS4 people and PC people. That's one big unified community.
Mm-hmm.
Why not take that risk? You claim that you get an Xbox One for the online experience, or you stay with the Microsoft brand because the online community is better. Name a game that forces you to interact with the community better than Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah,
I won't find one.
You're gonna hear some type of announcement with the Scorpio that game is coming. Watch.
Look,
I can see it.
If it didn't show up with the Xbox One and it didn't show up with the Xbox One S, it ain't showing up with Scorpio. It ain't happening. It's too late. The game's about to end.
You know what I think this is, though? Honestly, I have to give Microsoft credit because Microsoft did try. They did. They tried. This gen, I'm not saying as a whole. This gen, they did try because they did have Rise. They did have Sunset Overdrive, which was something very different on their console. They did have Quantum Break. They did have Recore. Those games are very different to what the Xbox norm is used to getting. Yeah, and those games,
I'll give you that.
Those games didn't get supported.
They tried more than they did last game.
Yeah, they did. That's why I'll give Microsoft credit where credit is due. They did try. And since those games didn't get supported, I feel Microsoft is looking at it like, hey, we tried. You guys ain't want it, so let's pull it back. Let's go back to what we do. We about to regress.
Yeah,
millions.
I feel sometimes as a game creator and somebody that is like an artist, you know, somebody that is like an expert of what they do. There's sometimes where you don't need to get the consensus of what the gamer, just put out what you want to put out. And I don't feel Microsoft developers have that freedom to just put out what they want to put out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there's games that don't get support on PlayStation, but there's a Gravity Rush 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a Nat 2. There's games that, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, Gravity Rush, I know it ain't sell well on the Vita, but you out here making it for the PS4, the primary platform.
Mm-hmm.
You know
a lot of games, like I was saying before, I think Sony has always been the company that doesn't mind failure. They don't mind slapping shit against the wall and seeing what sticks. And if something sticks, they'll be like, okay, well, we know what market this is for. We already know what to expect when it comes to money, what it's going to generate. You don't think Sony doesn't know this stuff by now? What game's going to sell what? You know what I'm saying? They know by now that a Gravity 2 may not sell what a Horizon sells. But for that niche audience, they're going to buy it.
This is the crazier part.
Yeah.
They won't invest in the games, or they won't take a chance on making all these games. But they constantly drop another controller every time you turn your back. And it's to the point to where it's like, you're giving me more controllers than you're giving me games.
Facts.
Why do I not have anything to play with this controller? Did you make a special controller for Voodoo Vince? You had like...
Well, they did make that retro controller, so maybe they did.
I mean, it's like, if you're going to drop a controller, and they said it was like $1 billion in R&D for the Xbox One controller, I get it. And they keep dropping them. I get it. But if the quality of the games that you got in 2017 is Halo Wars 2, Voodoo Vince, and Phantom Dust, you do not need an Xbox One to play that. You could do that shit on 360. What is my reason to have an Xbox One?
Scorpio.
And I'm not talking resolution. I'm talking about the actual quality of the game. These are 360 games. Like, why? You're not showing me anything that I couldn't get on the Xbox 360. Show me something that I can't play on a 360. You're even giving me 360 games. Show me something else.
Yeah, I don't know what their strategy is right now. It's very all over the place.
But then you also got to realize, I don't know why people, I have to keep reiterating this. I just said it in the chat. All right, now they worried about resolution and all the other shit, and that's what they finna try. But you forget, this is year what? This is what, year 4?
Yeah.
Year 4.
How many Xbox Ones been released? Yeah,
3.
4.
No, it ain't even that. This is year 4. Year 3 and year 4 is what is the most of the time in the generation when what happens. Sony starts to release first party titles. So we're gonna see if the first party titles can stand up to resolution. We're gonna see if God of War, Spider-Man, Detroit, what else? Missing Hellblade, and all these other first party titles, whatever Sucker Punch is about to do, Days Gone. We're gonna see if resolution is way more important or if Cats is gonna stick around for these first party titles. Because now they finna start bombing on niggas because they always do it. They always does it. And I'm just being real.
They gonna start bombing on this, right?
I'm being honest.
Resolution always mattered.
Every 4th or 5th year in the generation, they always finna drop. They drop mad exclusives towards the end of the generation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, graphics, resolution, and all that stuff has mattered since Super Nintendo. That shit is always
I'm just being honest.
It always mattered. It's just it didn't matter because the Xbox didn't have something comparable or at par with PlayStation. Now that they're going to have something par and they're going to have games that's going to be running 4K where the PlayStation might not have it running 4K. Now it's going to be emphasized
that is graphically better.
It's always mattered now and this and that. But at the end of the day, games always matter more. But that stuff has always been important.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, guys, we're gonna end the podcast here. Sorry about that, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you get these little messages and you just gotta Jones and stuff on the phone. My bad, people. I apologize, man. Personal stuff. But yo, it was a great podcast, man. Good discussion. Definitely can see a topic like this extending. You know what I mean, to talk a little bit more about single player and multiplayer and all that aspect and the dumb shit Phil Spencer be saying. But yeah, man, let's close it out with the outros with my homegirl Crunk.
All right, people. Yo, this was a great discussion. The chat was going in. They was having little side discussions, and this was dope. I'm always here for talking about games, and this is what we're here for. I'm not here to be worried about how much money Sony making, even though it's cool. It's good to know they making money, but at the end of the day, I want these games, dog. I don't give a fuck what they make off of them. I'm here to stay here. They're here to serve me. What I want is some good quality games. So, thanks for having me. Like as always, shouts out to the chat. It was awesome having y'all, man. Make sure y'all check me out on Twitter. At Crunker711. Also, about to start bringing a new series for Destiny since I'm getting back into Destiny. So I'm gonna start live streaming that on the channel. So because I've been quiet lately because I've been on Persona. And also I'm gonna be streaming some For Honor.
Hold on. This is a PG podcast. You over here talking about you. I'm joking.
You know what? Shut up. Make sure y'all check out Xhastedgamer.com. And also shouts out to what's up PlayStation.com. And we out.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yo, me, he is writing it in the sand. Hoping that Final Fantasy 14 doesn't blow. His name, I don't know what to say. Michy.
Yeah, it's your boy Michy. First off, again, as I always do, shout out to my wonderful, beautiful, lovely wife who was in the living room with one dog that loves her and one dog that's trying to get free. Thank you for taking a little aggravating one off my hands. I love you. I will go get you some cake pops shortly. Shout out to all the gamers. Thank y'all for stopping by. The chat was off the chain today. Thank you for not having any weirdos in the chat today. Well, we did have one weirdo.
Oh, I got his ass real quick.
But yeah. Shout out to the 2 people that didn't show up when Persona got here for the dislikes. We already had 7. They were like, damn it, we don't even need to dislike today. So shout out to those guys. They're going to be back next week, though. And shout out to the Resolution Warriors. Because, it took for the Xbox Scorpio, whatever it's going to be called later, to come out for the grass to match in Grand Theft Auto 5. So, congratulations to you guys, because you finally going to have matching grass. And now they're going to be looking at every game with a microscope. But yeah. Thank y'all. And Microsoft, stop being so goddamn scary and release some games. Don't be scared if they're going to fail or not. I mean, nobody get rich on the first try. Think they invented the light bulb on the first try? Did they fly the plane on the first try? Yeah. How we get sports? Nobody got that shit right on the first try. Yeah, you didn't even fall in love right on the first try.
Facts.
Shit, I'm still. No, let me stop. I'm about to say something stupid.
So somebody please send Phil Spencer a message. 2 messages. Message number 1, shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Message number 2, get in contact with Dun Magic, because the one thing he did do was get some games out. You did all this talk about making PC gaming great again and investing in Windows gaming, but now that Windows gaming talk, you ain't put shit on the Xbox. So fix your shit, Phil Spencer. I mean, goddamn. I bought Forza Horizon in years on Windows. Give me an experience I can't get on Windows. I don't need an Xbox, literally. From today on, I don't need one. Well, I might need one for Voodoo Vince. Nah, I don't. It's on Steam. Highlight. But yeah, fix your shit. I'm done.
Fix it. And we got my main man, Persona. Keep it so why.
Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Persona. First and foremost, shout out to Fame. Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Staying for as long as you could. Definitely check out the Tick people. Check out Nico and Mamacita and all them real cool people. So shout out to them. Big shout out to the council fam. Yo, Timbo, really? Big shout out to the council fam. To everybody that was here and everybody that couldn't be here. Mr. Official, Mrs. Official, Vic Court, and everybody, the whole council fam. Shout out to y'all, nothing but love. Big shout out, big shout out to everybody in the chat. We really do appreciate you guys that come through and support the council podcast. You guys all are amazing people. We all appreciate y'all. Real talk. It's definitely appreciated that you guys support us. What else? Make sure you check out the online arcade. If you haven't already, sign up for this Chaos Code tournament that happens next week, Friday at 6:45 p.m. on GWP Archive channel, my channel. It's gonna be dope, man. It's really gonna be really, really, really fun. We got a lot of good competition in there, and it's gonna be just good to watch. Even if you don't, sign up and play, just watching it, it's gonna be real dope, real funny, real
third place.
Real active. What'd you say?
I'm coming in third place.
Man, I'm coming in first. What's up? I'm not though, but yeah, yo, honestly, make sure you guys check out Mind of a Gamer podcast every Saturday at 11 a.m. with your host, me and MistaOfficialVG. We not as we ain't as crazy as the council podcast. Me and Vincent Official, we more laid back and more, more chill, more of a chill podcast, but it's definitely dope. And yeah, man, I hope you guys do enjoy, play these games, enjoy your experiences. And I hope you guys have a good night and a wonderful weekend. And I'll holler at y'all. Peace. Oh, and follow me on Twitter, Persona_YT. And I'm out. Peace.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, make sure you go follow the podcast and Persona on Twitter. Mind of a Gamer, like I said, or like Persona just said, Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. It has been moved to Saturday. So yeah, definitely check that out. And yeah, the online arcade, like I said, we're trying to bring something different to YouTube or Twitch or whatever it is. Just bringing more enjoyment into gaming. With these competitions. With these tournaments, definitely if you don't want to participate, let's always come through to the live stream, and enjoy the entertainment. Like that Naruto tournament, that was a straight movie. Like, as somebody that was commentating that tournament, there's times where I was just like speechless for some of the stuff people was pulling off. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So if you guys missed that tournament, you can definitely check it out. Naruto Road to Greatness tournament. It was really a good tournament to watch. I do have the annotations up for all the fights and everything for people to watch. But yeah, Chaos Code is next weekend, and then Injustice is later on this month. If you guys are getting those games, come on by and participate. Take it from somebody that's not good at the game. I only played the game like probably 3 times. But yeah, I'm in the tournament and I'm participating because I feel like the game is fun. And it is fun to compete sometimes. With these fighting games, and you do learn. Honestly, you do learn. The community is fun. If you're a scrub, sorry to use that word.
Yeah, I was learning as I was going with that Naruto tournament.
Yeah, people would definitely help you out. Like, you should be doing this and that and this and that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a learning experience as well, man. So don't be intimidated by a tournament.
I'm the lowest tiered Street Fighter player ever, and I got to win on Street Fighter tournament. So
Michy be pulling off some crazy stuff with Bison, man. I keep telling him, man, he trained a little bit. He be a beast with Bison.
Yeah, Michy Bison is crazy. Once you get them links together, man, he's a scary dude.
Mm-hmm. Yo, real quick too, man. Make sure you guys check out my latest video I put up on Gaming with Persona. It's about these PS5 rumors.
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on Mind of a Gamer.
Yeah, and also yeah. So if you guys want to hear about the PS5 rumors, check out Mind of a Gamer podcast on Saturday. Also, that we do have the cast for gamers that play games. That's going to be on Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. That's not like a weekly podcast. That's like a once every month or 2 months. I think the last episode was back in like March or something like that. So, you know, I mean, we're going to do another one before E3. Well, no, another one this week. I don't know if we're going to do one E3, but gamers that play games this weekend as well. I don't know if we're going to talk about PS5, but hey, we'll never know. I don't know. But yeah, guys, thanks everybody. Yo, big shout out to my man Fame for coming through. You know, on the podcast. Definitely appreciate it. And yeah, man, the Council Podcast. This is episode 4. Oh, I'm about to say 4. Episode 104. I'm over here looking at my phone like, yo, can you just wait? Can you just wait? 104. And yeah, man, it's in the books. And with our podcast, we end with
there's a new Xbox One PC exclusive coming out. Single player story. Great story from what I've been hearing. It's called Be sure to pick that up first chance you get.
What?
Right.
I didn't.
and we go.
Oh, that was the joke. Oh shit.
You're so damn slow.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm like, did my mic go out? What's